You're about to watch another exciting episode of the Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? Tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. Hope to see you there.
Greetings and welcome to The Dungeon Run, a live tabletop role-playing game where your interactions help tell the tale. I am Lord Ereban, the Keeper of Secrets, and I have brought these adventurers together and set them on an epic quest to decide the fate of the world. When they found my amulet, it gave them the key to unlock the mysteries of Ein and allowed them to communicate with you, the Watchers of the Time Stream. Now you have the power to help or hinder them as you see fit. If this is your first episode, fear not. Our Dungeon Master will catch you up on everything you need to know to jump right in. And you can always watch past episodes by visiting our YouTube or listen to the audio version by searching for The Dungeon Run wherever you get fine podcasts. The Dungeon Run is made possible through the generous support of our patrons. Bonus shows, special content, and more is available when you become a supporter at patreon.com/thedungeonrun. And join the incredible Dungeon Run community by visiting the official, unofficial Discord at thedungeon.run/Discord. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does make a difference. But now, sit back, relax, enter the world of Ein, and let the dice roll!
Episode 85 of the Dungeon Run. You may have noticed that we did not start with our usual theme song and intro. That is because this week marks a pretty big deal for us. We're debuting a brand new intro created by none other than our own Ronald Ogden with brand new art by none other than JD Illustrates. It's gonna be pretty awesome. We're gonna get to that in a second. And this is a big episode. It's kind of a celebration. The characters all got to level 10 last week. So we're starting with level 10 characters. And that, I think, is what predicated the new arts. These are our level 10 character portraits. We're going to show them to you in just shortly. But I want to tell you that this show is made possible because of patrons at patreon.com/thedungeonrun. And you can become a patron. You can help support this show. It has been a very big week on Patreon because not only does your support help make the show possible, you also get cool stuff. And this week we've had some very cool stuff, including our own cast with videos of their leveling up process. You can see them all leveling to 10. We had the Dungeon Cooldown, which is our companion show, our talkback show, where Jessica and Jared leveled their characters. There's individual videos of the other players leveling their characters.
I showed off my hairy legs too. So it's a sneak peek of my hairy legs.
Yes, sign me up.
We're trying to
Jared. The after hour show.
Promote this. We're trying to highlight the best parts.
Some people are into that.
Okay. I mean, he is playing a tabaxi, I guess.
Good point.
Disclaimer for our patrons, we're so sorry, and normally we don't share that.
Our patron numbers going down right now? No!
Oh my God, what's up?
Yep, that happens.
I also, at the Amulet Keeper tier, which is the Dungeon Master tier, I put out another stat block, and this one was super special this week because I've been putting out stat blocks of creatures that the team has fought and defeated over the past few months. This week, I put out a stat block for a character that they never encountered. None other than the Cheesemonger.
Dun, dun, dun.
And you really, really need to see the Cheesemonger stats because he has abilities like Fondue What I Say.
Stop it.
Or
Camembert.
Is he serious?
Camembert.
He is serious.
Yeah, his main attack is Have a Slice.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, they're all cheese puns.
Yeah.
All of them.
I had to be
Oh my
careful not to
God.
look at it because I will say that we are far from done with Mr. Cheesemonger. We're gonna run
Yeah.
into him again at some point. So I did not look. I saw it was the Cheesemonger and I was like, cool, and then clicked away.
Well,
Because
I
did not see it.
noted to the patrons that just because this is the version that you would have run into at level 9 does not mean this is the version you may run into someday down the line.
You
As
have
we all
never
know.
And
had
what
the
Jeff
cheese
means,
puns.
and what Jeff means is that until he has more time to think of cheese puns. Right?
That's right.
And,
never know
and
what the
cheese
cheese
ages well. So there you go.
Oh.
There you go. So anyway, so check it out. Patreon.com/thedungeonrun. You can also support the show live if you're watching here on Twitch. We have ways for you to influence our game. With donations, we offer advantage and disadvantage that you can give to the players in real time as they play. We should mention, if we don't get to all of those in a given week, they carry over to next week. I know there was some question about that in the Discord. So yes, remember, if you don't hear your name called out for an advantage or disadvantage, it will be in the queue, and it's just how many times the characters roll dice in a given episode. We also have a big tug of war between Team Force of Good and Team Force of Evil through the course of every episode. Those are influenced by purchasing of balloons and the massive, incredible potatoes and yams. Potatoes for Team Force of Good, yams for Team Force of Evil. They all combine to earn points for this tug of war. And the winner, the team that wins in the previous episode, delivers a Force of Good or Force of Evil card, which has effects throughout the entire next episode. Last week, Team Force of Good was triumphant, which means we will get a card in effect all episode this week. The cards are also submitted by viewers like you. And this one, this week, the card that will be in effect all episode was submitted by Hadrian X, who was also awesome on the watch party this week, the watch party, which is back. And it is called Satine's Rules.
Oh!
In honor of our recent guest, Satine Phoenix, who was a
Yay.
player a few weeks ago. Satine's Rules says player characters can earn up to triple advantage. 1 through game mechanics, 1 from the watchers, and 1 awarded by the DM for great role playing. But so that would mean that you can get up to, I think, up to 4 dice rolling at once to determine any one roll, depending on all those various factors. And the last one, of course, being my discretion as to how cool your description is of what you're doing.
Of course.
So incentivizing cool descriptions all episode long. But there is a caveat. Adrian X hastens to add that rolling a 1 on any of the dice in an attack roll damages the attacker.
Oh.
So
the
you have
whole
more
episode?
chances, more chances of cool stuff happening.
That
but
just
also,
deflated Ron's happiness by like 10 levels.
Wait. If we
Went
roll
from a
1 on the
happy-
damage die, it comes back at us, or
no,
roll 1 in any
no,
of the
the attack roll.
The
The attack
attack.
roll. Yeah.
Okay.
It
Gosh.
damages the attacker. Okay,
That's-
so I think I've covered everything. What am I missing, guys? I think I've covered everything.
That's a force of good? Ugh.
Force of Good. Are you kidding?
Force of Good.
So now I think, without further ado, we can debut our brand new intro to the Dungeon Run. There you have it. Amazing work, Ronald Ogden. Amazing.
Ronald Ogden.
Oh.
My favorite part of the whole thing is right there at the end. Right there at the end when it says, and literally everyone else. Because it's right, Jeff. Everyone else.
Everyone
and
else.
Jason DeBitt, JD Illustrates. Well done.
Yeah,
Yes.
we will.
So
Actually,
good.
let's take a look at those close up and just take a second and check out this incredible art. There's
Yeah.
Civ Red Thistle. These are all incredibly
Blood
detailed.
red.
If you have a chance to check them out, you'll want to note all of the wonderful Easter eggs almost that you can find on
Sure.
every character that have built in from
Look at
the
the hammers.
from the adventures that they've had so far. All the characters reflecting where they sit at level 10 now. Just incredible work by Jason DeBitt. Thank you, Jason.
Thank
JD
you.
Illustrates. You should follow him on Twitter, on Instagram. Incredible artwork. A lot of it featured in our art page on the Discord. So check out the fan art page or channel, I should say. All
Can we
right.
tell them about the shirts?
Yeah, are we allowed to talk about that?
I thought
Well,
we
you
were going to
both
tell them about that
just-
next week when they can get them.
Oh, Jessica just gave it away.
Okay, well, guess I'm not talking
Well,
about it.
there's an Easter egg for next week.
We have meetings about this stuff, Jessica.
He doesn't pay attention in the meetings.
Stay
I
tuned
take
for
my
more
headphones
exciting
off during the meeting.
announcements next week.
There might be more things coming. We'll see.
I keep teasing it. I know you probably didn't watch the cooldown with Jared and I, but there was
I
an
did. I saw what you did.
accidental slip of a tiny little piece of one of the shirts. I don't know how it got into my overlay.
Oh my god.
Mr. Whispers made an appearance on the
Sneaky,
cooldown.
sneaky.
Jessica has her own staff meetings where she's like, we're not really going to do this thing, though, right? No.
It's just me, Pebbles, and Ollie. Okay, kids, what are we gonna do this
Let's
week?
do this.
Listen, Pebbles and Ollie both vetoed our decisions. So.
They do have veto
They do
power.
get
We
double the
They do.
We
votes.
really
Yeah.
should not have given veto power to a dog.
A
All
puppy.
right, guys. Let's jump into our show and catch everybody up with everything they need to know to start right here. It started as a simple dungeon run. Delve into an abandoned dragon's lair and loot the treasure inside. But the only thing these 5 adventurers pulled from the depths of that dungeon was a strange crystal that contained an item sealed within it. To understand more, they brought the crystal to a wizard named Torvald the Timid, one of a sacred association of wizards called the Natural Order. Torvald freed the item from its crystal prison and identified it as the Secret Keeper's Amulet, a powerful relic from a forgotten time. Then, Torvald took the team to a location of a fallen lodestar, one of the legendary floating towers in the sky that had been sanctuary to all manner of flying creatures. This one had come crashing to the ground, and within its ruins, the team found its caretaker, barely clinging to life, a sky child named Diptha. Diptha pointed the heroes toward another lodestar, still floating in the clouds, that had been seized by a mad scientist by the name of Fardinald Urtenfurt. Inside, they discovered that Urtenfurt and his army of clockwork robots had imprisoned a warden, one of the 100-foot-tall elemental protectors of the realms. The team battled to the top of the tower, solved a riddle to release the warden from its shackles, and knocked the entire structure out of the sky, creating another lodestar ruin in the woods below. The very same woods that were being cut down by the orcs to fuel their war with the dwarves. In doing so, the team learned that the amulet that they had discovered, the Secret Keeper's Amulet, was connected to the wardens. It allowed the team to live out hidden memories locked inside the wardens' minds, clues that reveal a past lost to history. And so began the epic quest of the Heroes of Bingle, to track down and rescue the wardens, to unlock their secret memories, and decide the fate of the world. But while the team found and freed 2 more wardens, orcs returned to the forest, to Torvald's camp, and took the wizard and Diptha prisoner, marching them back to the orcish lands in the north. The Heroes of Bingle, meanwhile, were learning more about the plot to defeat the wardens. Urtenfurt was only one member of a cabal working to capture and imprison each of the elemental titans. A shadowy spellcaster known as the Ashen Mage had brought together some of the most capable individuals in all of Ain to execute her plan. Urtenfurt, the scientist, Jan Mo, the mighty warrior, and Vic, a cunning thief and con artist who had grown up with Civ Redthistle in the town of Olsvach. Vic still cared for Civ, and in the moment it mattered most, she turned on the Ashen Mage and sacrificed herself to save him and the Heroes of Bingle. In her dying words, she urged Civ to find the grave of Nonezaron, the Chrono Dragon. To honor that sacrifice, Civ vowed to bury Vic in the Blue Mountains near their hometown. He brought the team to Olsvach, introduced them to his old gang of thieves and cutpurses, and embroiled them in a plot to steal a mysterious item with ties to the Ashen Mage herself. But Olsvach is a treacherous place where nothing comes easy. The heist went sideways, and the heroes were split up and nearly lost their lives. Their Vardo was destroyed, and one of the four-legged Achirai birds they had used to pull it was killed. In the end, they barely escaped the city, walking through a teleportation circle that took them right back to the location of Urtenfurt's fallen lodestar. As Chapter 10 begins, the team is traveling through the woods that seem to be alive with strange and terrifying new creatures. As they recover from their losses in Olsvach, Civ has re-embraced the tactics of brutal survival from his youth. James has found a connection with one of the Achirai that he never had before, and all of them have used the experience of coming up short in the bisected city to grow and learn. They've leveled up. Now they finally turn their attention to rescuing Torvald and Diptha from the orcs. They walk north, headed toward Uggo's homeland, toward Thorn, where Uggo's brother Braca rules. Braca has taunted the team, holding Torvald and Diptha as bait for a confrontation with Uggo. But rather than march into Thorn directly, Uggo leads the Heroes of Bingle toward the woman that he says saved his life, the woman he calls Human Mama. And that is where we will pick up this week.
Oh, I got goosebumps with that last little bit there, Jeff.
I almost cried just now.
Oh.
Say
All
that.
right. So,
Use it.
Jared, stage mom. Sing it.
Don't you show emotion until they can see.
we pick up our tale on the road, as it were, although not a road. You are walking, making your way through the forest. Yeah, Jared, you can show folks. It's a little bit southwest of where you are, a little bit down into your left. Right, yep, right about there. You're heading north toward that river and toward Thorn, and you're in that area of trees that you know had been deforested a lot by the orcs. Although as you continue to move north, you moving into less cut down area, and you know you have two Achirai that are full grown, a baby Achirai. You've got Uggo on a bear. And there has been a lot of debate as to whether you took the horse with you. There's been a lot of watchers of the time stream who are not clear as to whether the horse went through. I think we've determined we have the horse, right?
Yeah.
We have the horse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we all had an animal.
Right.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we took a horse.
It hasn't
Well-
necessarily bonded with us yet.
Right.
Do we need it to bond it to us?
This is a highly
riding
trained
horse. Yeah.
guard's horse. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not exactly going to rebel.
It doesn't like us.
It's not going to rebel in the way a bear or an Achirai would, perhaps. But all right. So everybody is
Yeah,
is
go ahead.
moving. You know, and it was already night when you stepped through the portal, and you know, you guys, it's the thick of night as you had started moving forward. I believe we already had
Didn't we
one
take a
full
sleep?
night.
We took a sleep.
Took a long
Yeah,
rest.
we already had one
took a
full
long
night.
rest.
So the next day, you guys survived through the night, hearing strange noises. Civ had wandered off ahead on his own a bit and heard some strange noises. And James, who for some reason hasn't slept at all in quite a while, heard strange noises during the night. Noises that you have heard a number of times before when you've been out in the open areas of Ain. And these are disconcerting sounds. These are sounds of creatures in the area. But you are all mounted and moving north.
Got it. Are we already seeing the chopped down trees that we saw?
Yeah, I mean, you moved into that area right when you arrived, and so as you move north, you're leaving that. The swath continues to kind of go east-west of the swath where they moved through, and as you move north, there is a lot more vegetation, a lot more trees.
I'm gonna take Civ aside. So we're traveling just with our animals and on foot at this moment.
Yeah, it's a bit slower than you would with the Vardo, especially with these animals that are used to being pack animals, used to being service animals that are used to pulling the Vardo, not used to being ridden per se. So it's a bit slower than you would have moved had you kept the Vardo and continued to move by basically wagon.
Well, we tried, but someone cut it up.
Whoa.
What
That was Katie, not Lily.
Getting tense.
Wow.
Let's talk about it in the meeting, folks.
Why? Jessica doesn't listen.
Which meeting? My meeting or your meeting? What form is Mr. Whispers in right now?
He's a mouse.
Okay, so I'll pull Civ back to the back of the walking train. Hey,
I'm already kind of back there because I held back a little bit to read that poem by myself, and then I crumpled it up and tossed it.
that was beautiful. I think
You heard me?
liked it. You didn't read it to the whole party?
No.
No, it was very private.
Oh,
I did
okay. I didn't say that then.
You've been spying on me?
This is not how I wanted this conversation to go. Look, might I pick your brain about something?
I suppose.
Meep keeps
Getting shot down out of the sky?
Yes, I don't want to put her in danger, and I don't want to hold her back either. This is just something that's been a problem for me, for both of us for as long as I've had her, and I'm stumped right now. I don't really know what to do. What do you do with Mr. Whispers? You just sort of
I have learned a trick with him so that I do not have to worry about him being killed. And I click my fingers and he disappears. And then I click my fingers and he reappears.
Mouse look around.
Hema will kind of raise an eyebrow and look at Meep. No, I don't think we can do that.
He also stays inside of my pocket the majority of the time. I don't send him flying around unless he is a raven.
But if you did, and he was hurt like Meep was, then you could just snap your fingers and bring him back to you.
If he gets killed, then it takes me a while to bring him back. He is like a spirit. So he goes to another place, and then it takes a while for him to return. Perhaps if you bonded with Meep, you could send her to another plane?
I wonder if the problem is that I need to use her more and not less. Let her have full reign. Let her
How would you protect
be the
her?
full phoenix she wants to be.
How would you keep her from being shot down?
If I could somehow meld her with my arcane power, then I think it's possible that I could, I'm trying to work my way towards what you do with Mr. Whispers, right? He's he's a spiritual being. He could be resummoned. So if I can connect her to my arcane energy, to the arcane weave, perhaps tying in what she already possesses, then it might, if she becomes part of my spell, then perhaps you can't target a spell, can you? Other than by counterspell. You can't counterspell a phoenix. It seems to make sense in my head.
You could certainly try. Have you tried to talk to Meep about it? You know how that you spoke to Mr. Whisperers once?
Yes.
Can you do that with
I
Meep?
do remember that. Well, I have been studying my celestial book, so I as you heard, I can now read it quite fluently. So yes. All right. Fema will fish out her celestial book and kind of take in a few of the keywords she's been studying and say in celestial to Meep. Meep, any thoughts on the matter?
And what you hear, Civ, as she does that is this almost humming music. Celestial is almost a song as it comes out. It's a vibration, a beautiful movement deep in the throat that comes up and out almost as if it is emerging like a song. It's even hard to tell who's speaking it because it just sort of fills the air around the speaker. And you hear that same kind of vibration emit from low inside this phoenix, inside Meep. And Fahima, you hear that beautiful song resonate out. You get the sense from it, the words that you've been studying, the language of Celestial, that Meep is actually eager to be a conduit for your spell casting. That as you've leveled and Meep has leveled as well, she believes that she can actually help you connect to the weave itself and be a conduit through which you can actually cast your spells. So the two of you actually become more of a unit. And that when the spell is channeled through her, she becomes more of a tool than a target.
So, this protective shroud that you cast on me, we can sort of do this two
No,
ways.
no,
huh?
no. You don't just do this weird thing with your throat and then the bird blows and says something strange. Well, what was
Lily,
that?
that was a beautiful song you just sang. I don't know how you did that, but that was incredible.
That wasn't Lily.
What?
No, no. I was gonna say, are we having a Snow White moment here?
Yeah, right?
Did we just go Disney?
Okay. Meep. We're going to do this because I'm sick of you turning into an egg and me worrying about you so much. We're going to practice. It's not going to be easy, but we have loads of time here on the road. You ready? Meep. Okay. First step, target practice. Next step, we're gonna look at that fire energy and see what we can do with it.
Me.
So, as they move, as they take short rests on their trip, Fahima is going to set up some targets and start to learn Phoenix Fire Strike, which
All right.
means, let me pull it up here, which means Meep will be able to, oh, I guess I have to look it up. I didn't write it down here.
She'll be able to tag up to 5 targets within 30 feet of you. And she'll be able to do just a whole mess of damage against them. Basically, it is
a tactical nuclear strike? Is that
basically
what
happens
this is?
is Meep now it has the ability to be a conduit for Fahima's spell. So Meep can fly to this target when casting Phoenix Fire Strike. She can fly to a target and tag that target, up to 5 of them. Fahima will roll an attack against each of these 5 targets. On every one that she hits, Fahima can swap places with Meep and do, what is it, 6d
10 damage.
10 of damage to each
one.
that fails, that she hits. So she can then
Dang.
teleport all around the landing at a space within 5 feet of of any of the targets.
So what you'll start to see with this practice session, I'm sure it's going to draw attention with all of this fire blowing up, is Meep will swoop up to a target and light it on fire. And as she does that, Fahima will kind of benign transposition over, and then she'll go to another target. Fahima will swap over and sort of teleport to each target so that she's within melee of a chosen target of whichever one Meep hits.
Morgan knows what this is.
We have
I see what you did.
Steel Wind Strike.
Yeah, Steel and Strike is so
Amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. I just thought it was not a spell, just another like passive ability. I'm like, hang on.
No.
Passive
But
Meep
no.
ability
This is,
doing 60-10 damage.
just Meep just gets to do this. That was like,
This is
what?
one of Fahima's new level 10 spells
That is
she's
amazing.
chosen. Yes.
Wow.
So
All
we're
right,
just
so-
sitting there
It's
as
working!
Meep flies around, lands on a bush. Then Fahima disappears, reappears next to the bush. The bush bursts into flames, and then Meep flies to the next bush.
Yeah, that's happening as we walk.
Wow.
I don't
just
even
lean-
have to say it. You already know what I'm thinking.
I'm like leaning over to Uggo, and then you say that, and I'm like, that is exactly what I'm thinking
Yep.
right now.
See, I told you he was going to say it.
What about this, Meep? Can we try this? Ready? And she'll send Meep straight up in the air, and Meep will do a nosedive down far in the distance, and then cast Fireball.
So now, instead of Fahima just casting Fireball in space, Meep can go to a place within range and actually explode as a fireball. So now Meep is integrated into Fahima's spell casting at every level and is untargetable as an enemy during that process.
You did it! Oh,
I was like, it's okay, buddy. You're a bear. It's okay. You're a good bear.
I just look over at Mr.
Yes!
Whispers like,
Buddy has a voice.
what are you going to do? I mean, this is ridiculous here. Look at this. You better learn some tricks or something.
I mean, you did
I was just
make him
about to ask you
disappear
if he
and
could do that
reappear.
in Raven form.
And also as part of this sort of on-the-road training, there's more. Fahima's going to casually cast Conjure Null Elemental, and
Casually cast? How do you
Just
casually
casually.
cast?
Just sort of like
Elemental?
sitting down, crisscross, just casually cast a giant elemental creature of 2 types of elements. This one will be fire and cold, fire and water, cold, and she will hang out with her buddy and study him, and
Everybody
have
has a
Meep-
buddy.
have Meep with her. Okay, Meep. Watch what he does. Okay.
So you see this thing burst into flames, arrive, manifest out of thin air, and it looks like fire. It burns like fire, but it is not fire. It is most certainly not. It actually resembles the film negative of fire. It is like the inverse of fire, and it burns
Sick.
with this strange crackle of both heat and cold at the same time. A null elemental, not a different element, literally the unelement.
So, Meep, if you could just hang out with him for a bit. Maybe fly around inside him, just kind of check out what he's doing. Yeah, there you go. Just okay. He won't hurt you. Don't hurt her. Yeah, he's good. He's nice. It's okay.
I'm going to try to keep the horse and the bear from fleeing the
Yeah.
camp.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pyrotechnics in an area that you've been told
Can I
is
put little blinders on the
full of very
horse?
scary things. So everybody
Good.
roll
Hopefully
me
they stay away.
everybody roll me a perception check. Oh, by the way,
Oh,
we got a
boy.
gold potato from the dungeon run. Yay!
Yay!
Dungeon run, yay! Thank you for the potato. Also, a bunch of balloons. Numera 71, Shiny 8-Bit Boo, Lily Dumblestuck fan, Mustic Addict, Chef Scott 68, and others. Thank you so much for those balloons. We were so grateful. Feels like applause. Team Force
said
of Good
rolls.
right now at 81%. Team Force of Evil,
Right on.
19%.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so everybody roll me perception. Civ, you have advantage from Red Robin 1972, countered by Fail Waffle. Fahima, you have advantage from Fall Star, countered by Hadrian X.
You?
James, you have advantage from Fall Star, And Uggo, you have a straight
thank you,
roll. Kate, Lily, you have advantage from Hadrian X, countered by Fail Waffle.
Fail waffle.
I am
I
very
love you.
distracted by all of these exploding things and summoned creatures.
Yeah.
14.
12.
All right.
Uggo, as usual, is just watching everything with his raptor-like eyes. I got a 20, dirty.
Okay.
I got a. Oh wow. Okay, I got a 24.
Whoa.
So Lily and Uggo, you both are keenly aware as these pyrotechnics are going off, as fire is erupting everywhere, as Meep is flying around, and you watch Fahima gleefully conducting this symphony of destruction all around you. Your guys are keenly aware that there are things moving in the woods, and it's very loud what is happening. There's bursts of explosion. There's crackling of fire. There's smoke in the air. You are moving rather slowly, stopping when Fahima's doing this. It's kind of stopping as the animals need to rest or eat. But every time, both of you are keenly aware that these woods are not empty.
Are they moving towards us? Like,
I don't
will
think
we
you have
be
a
able
sense
to
of that.
sense?
Yeah, it's not near enough that you think something's going to jump out from the woods at you, but it's certainly you're aware that this commotion is problematic.
Is causing commotion. Uggo.
Yeah, what?
Do you hear that?
Oh, you mean all the creatures around us?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that are all paying attention to explosions like we are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not just me. I guess that's just.
No, it's not just you.
Yeah.
No, but she's very happy, and Meep is having a great time,
I
so.
know they're having. I honestly feel like also these creatures are gonna find us no matter what we do. So let them live.
Well, yeah, and like, look, if they come out into a field, then we just drop a Meep on them now. So what do we need?
That's
You know, just
true,
like I
yeah.
could just fold my hands and watch from here the whole time.
I feel like that's a confident outlook on what could happen. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I think we probably most certainly all will die, but you know, it'll go down with fire. It'll be fun.
And as Uggo is saying that, Meep rises up in the air and spreads her phoenix wings. They are brilliant orange and red, glowing and burning in the air. And she looks and she goes, Meep! And she starts soaring right toward that null elemental, that strange, not blue, almost this sort of an inverse, like grayed fire creature. She flies right toward it, right into it, passing through that creature, and comes out the other side, almost taking on the features, her red and orange flames turning that strange inverse color for just a moment, and then releasing it in a pop of this nullimental release, this cold and fire bursting in the air at the same time.
I gotta read more books!
Fahima, that's amazing. We are in not the friendliest territory.
I mean,
Are you
We
telling
put
me to
up-
stop?
We
And she turns
probably
around and there's like her hair is crackling on fire, and she's got a
Just-
blood-stained wizard book in one hand, and Meep is flying towards her. You want me to stop?
Just hit a pause on it for now. Just for now. This is all very exciting.
Yeah.
I can stop. I can
This
stop.
is yeah. You okay?
Yes,
All of you
I-
definitely see this quality to Fahima. It's an excited, energized quality. Her hair is kind of standing on end and moving on its own. You've seen it before when she's been in the heat of battle or she's been highly energized, but there is an edge to it right now. There's this almost lustfulness, for lack of a better word, this indulgence in the joy of the pure destruction of it all.
Uggo leans over to Lily and says, "No flame is ever lit without first a spark."
good one.
Maybe we
You're so
maybe
right.
we should pick up the pace for a little bit. Just try and get out of this territory. You know, let's keep it moving. Let's not rest here. Just because made a lot
What
of
if they're
noise.
Oh, they don't know where we're going. We could be followed. Who's
I
following us?
definitely think those creatures know we're here no matter what.
Right, but you know, if you can avoid pinpointing your location for them, that's helpful.
It would also be good if the orcs don't know that we are here, so that we don't have to fight a legion of orcs.
Yes,
Uggo.
that too.
How
Yeah.
far are we from human mama?
Hold on. Survival check on how far we are from where I think Moo Mama is.
Sure. Give me a survival check. Straight roll.
It is 15.
At this sort of staccato pace, Uggo is fairly certain that it's going to take at least 2 days of travel.
2 days.
And we have to hit the river too, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Where
Oh.
is she?
But Uggo, you are aware that Human Mama lives really close to the river.
He is close to river. Help supply. Camp.
Do we
So
have a way to get across the river? Is there a barge or raft or something? How big is the river?
Oh, you're a cat. You do not like to swim.
I am fine with swimming, and I roll the
you
the
swim.
ring on my finger.
Oh, yeah.
But the horses and the bird and your bear.
bear can swim.
Right. Right.
There are
Depends on
definitely
the
areas
river.
of the river that can be forded that Uggo would be aware of.
Well,
Uggo.
which-
So
Yeah.
Human Mama, which sounds weird when I say it. So she's at a camp, or is it an institution or a village, or what is it?
Jeff?
You can tell them about the Cormorant, which is
Okay.
this sort of habitat that she lives in that you stayed in for a while.
She study things. She like nature.
So, but it's like it's not like buildings. It's like tents and such.
It's hidden. Uggo, you could express this or not. It is a structure that is hidden.
It is, you cannot see unless you know it's there.
Okay. Are they What is she studying? Do you know?
She study orcs. She study nature of things. She study many different things. So many things. Uggo not even know all of them.
You had mentioned before that she was studying possibly the I forget what they're called, the darkness that you witnessed in the cave near Thorn, yes?
Yes, part of nature. Wondering how nature affected.
Right.
She taught me a lot of bigger words.
Excellent. I guess there's so much we haven't spoken about her. I mean, you've mentioned her many times, of course, but you encountered her after you left, after what happened with your father, yes?
What I know of that, she tell me.
What you know of what?
What?
I'm sorry.
After Braca.
Did you
Betrayed me in
lose time?
Lose self.
I'm sorry. All right. And she found you and she cared for you.
Yes, help Uggo see world worth living for.
Well, she sounds lovely. All right. It's very I'm very intrigued. I know when you mentioned when we were down in the forges and you mentioned something familiar about the hunger of Adar. I am curious. As you know.
It's not clear. It is
Of course.
very confusing to Uggo.
Am I making this up? I feel like you mentioned with Braca before that Braca did not know magic for a long time, and then he just suddenly seemed to.
Yes. He was always smart. He was always cunning. Always cunning.
Mm-hmm.
But was not gifted. But Uggo was not gifted until then too. Seemed to happen soon, near each other.
Fascinating. What?
Every time I look at you, I think of Braca. The Braca that I loved. Braca before before he did what he did. You... Same cunning, same courage. He... Not as careful as you. Not as caring of others as you.
I am...
This is going to be hard for me.
I was just going to say that. I'm not going to pretend that what's coming isn't going to be very difficult, but...
Need you to remind me, all of you to remind me of what I have learned.
Of course.
Old habits are easy to fall back into.
Yes. Especially when you're surrounded by the triggers that made you that way.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to meeting her and having
She
a kind
is-
of having a kind of scholars conference or something. You know?
I hope she knows as much as I think she does. She was always the one I had to go to if there was something I did not know.
Great.
As all of you move through the woods, the lightest dusting of snow starts to fall. First snow of the season. It's the faintest dusting of snow, but it's frigid. You're moving through this landscape as this gentle snowfall kind of paints everything with just a hint of white.
Are we in a
So have
pretty
you said-
wooded
Go
area,
ahead.
Jeff?
Yes, it's intermittently wooded and open. You know, you're moving through sort of undeveloped land where, civilization isn't. You're moving through the wilderness, really. So there's patches of denser forest and patches where it's more spread out, and there are groves and all that kind of thing.
Have we
Animals?
seen snow before?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You haven't, Little Miss Island Girl.
Like as a party, we have not seen snow before.
Does
I don't
it?
think
Does,
so.
does
No.
Ein have 4 seasons in the parts that we've been to, like in Axbright and
Nice.
North Central areas? Okay.
Jeff, are there animals? Like natural animals?
Yes, in the sense that it's a forest like any other. I mean, you're...
Well, I just remember before when we were in Demon Country, we didn't
Yeah.
see any birds or squirrels or
Right.
anything because they all fled.
Well, it's similar to that in that you would expect a lot more activity. You've definitely seen critters and stuff moving about. It's not completely. It doesn't seem like there are demons in the immediate vicinity to you, and therefore things have not been culled, so to speak.
Right.
As you know, what you're referencing before was an area that you were in where it seemed like the land had been actively, harvested by these things.
Right.
So
We
you
were
still
also
see,
finding dead things as
right.
well.
Yeah, that is not the case now.
Okay.
You definitely hear the distant sounds that give you pause, but there's nothing in the immediate vicinity, and therefore more critters, more, birds and trees and stuff like that.
Okay. I'll
We
I'll
may-
scout.
As he trots off to scout, Sev, keep and look out for orc parties.
Yes. I will look for their markings and the smell.
Yeah, you know.
Uggo,
Yeah.
what do we do if we come across an orc party?
Kill them?
Kill them on sight?
Well, if you see them, they're going to kill you.
Why? How could anybody kill anyone when it's so beautiful? Look at this. It's like it's raining from the sky sprinkles.
Wow. This
Lily, have you never seen snow before?
When would I have seen snow? I live on a tropical island. If we've seen snow together, I've seen snow, but I don't think we have.
I guess I never really
Stick your
considered
tongue
that
out.
it might not snow on an island.
catch one on your tongue.
On my tongue? Is that a thing? Will it hurt?
No,
it'll be cold.
It's just frozen water.
It's like drinking, but inefficiently.
Lily,
Yes.
Lily, it's very important. Do not eat yellow snow.
What happened to it?
No, just don't eat it.
But can I do that? Is that something that people do? You have yellow snow or white snow?
No,
or-
that's why I say don't do it, because people don't do it.
If you see yellow snow, don't
eat it.
Okay, listen.
Just
I
let it
say
go.
that a lot of people have blanket rules about things, and it's based on nothing. You know, it's just unnecessary discrimination. And I think if yellow snow,
Lily, it's pee.
Yeah, it's pee. Don't eat
okay,
pee snow.
I don't want to eat that. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah, don't eat that.
Sometimes it could be a lemon flavored snow cone, but most of the time it's gonna be pee.
It's just pee.
Unlikely.
Okay, so if it's from a vendor, maybe. But if
Yeah,
it's not
maybe.
from a vendor, if I stumble upon what I think is lemon snow cone all over the ground,
Right,
it's probably
right.
not lemon snow cone.
Probably not.
Okay.
Not
Probably
worth the
not.
risk.
Thanks
All right.
for telling me.
Civ, roll me a perception check. You have advantage from Kaibak.
Thank you, Kaibuk.
And if it looks like strawberry snow, don't eat that either. just
17.
17. You are scouting out ahead, missing out this wonderful discovery by Lily.
Yeah,
And,
I'm kind of okay with that.
And you are blazing a path forward and trying to find a way through the.
Yeah. I'm
the
definitely looking
woods that-
for orc markings too. If I see a tree that's got,
Yeah.
something that's an obvious orc marking, then I'm gonna stop. And I read and speak orc as well, so I'm keenly aware of what they use for targets.
Yeah. Now you're in this interesting area between where the orcs have moved through as a platoon, as a battalion, moving those enormous cannons that you saw, which is one of the reasons they were cutting down the forest. So you've moved north of that and you've kind of progressed out of that deforested area where the orcs have gone, and you haven't gotten actually into orcish lands yet. So you're in this sort of delta between those two, and in that space, you haven't noted any specific orc markings.
Great.
But you have started to see a dead animal here or two, which is a little disconcerting.
Dead as in like they've been killed, because I remember before we could tell if it was killed for sport
Yeah.
or if it was actually killed to be eaten.
Right.
Are these killed
These
for
seem
fun
to be
or
bodies that seem to be slain and then not
left? Okay.
left. Yeah.
Okay.
But
That's
it's
not
not.
good.
But it's few, right? You have to
Right.
really look for them, and you'll see like a carcass under a tree, and maybe it's been there a little longer. It's decomposed a bit more, but it gives you pause.
Yeah, I'll still be on alert, and
Yeah.
I'll have my bow out and an arrow knocked, and Mr. Whispers is on my shoulder, and he's looking around too.
Okay.
But I'm on a horse. I know the birds are pretty fast. How fast is that bear?
I mean, it can move pretty quick if you get it going. As
Right.
it's just clomping along, it's not going to be quite as fast as a horse or an achirai, but it's able to
All right, then
relatively keep
I'll
up.
ride a swath back and forth in front of us just to scout out the area on either side as we're heading north by northeast.
Okay.
James is
Anakin-
trying to get more used to riding land thighs 15 feet up. It's very strange for him, but he's doing his best. He's really treasuring this new friendship, but he's like, okay, yeah, this is totally fine, totally normal. It's a 50. It's very high up, very high up.
Jeff, what kind of bear is it? Is it a black bear, a brown bear?
It's a brown bear. Yeah,
Okay.
brown bear.
Black bear might almost be too small for Uggo to ride.
Yeah, medium-sized bear. Yeah.
Right.
This is a big old bear. Go ahead, Katie. What were you saying?
Oh no,
Oh,
it was me. I was just saying,
sorry.
all of these animals I feel like would be rearing from time to time from the various explosions that were going off, not helping.
Right.
And also
yeah,
each other.
yeah. And it carries
Jared
on like
sees
this.
a bear and goes,
Yeah, it carries on like this throughout the day as you guys are making consistent but relatively slow pace through the forest. You're not able to move as easily as you had with the Vardo, and lots of stopping Behema with her shenanigans. It's pretty slow going, but you're making your way north, staying warm from the chilled air and the cold dusting of snow. But the snow stops pretty quickly after it starts. It's relatively early in the season. You're not going to get, big downfall of snow, but it's kind of hinting that things are cold up here in the north. Things are a little colder seasonally, and you may be in for colder weather going forward.
And we're going up in elevation?
Yeah, I mean, you had been right in Olsvach, and then you teleported down again, and now you're moving back up that direction.
Now, following the logic of Fahima being more comfortable in the 4 former forges, is she more susceptible to the cold, or does she keep herself warm because she's?
I think she keeps her body temperature is pretty high. I don't think Fahima is particularly a fan of the cold, I would guess. I mean, that's your call, but I don't think it adversely affects her any worse than anybody else. And maybe she's, managing, you see a flake of snow land on Fahima's skin and it melts a little quicker than anybody else's,
Hot-blooded. See.
Your hair volume is a little lower.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
When we get closer to before nightfall, but when we get closer to nightfall, I'll start scouting around to try to find a place for us to set up camp. And I would love a place with some form of water. So if it's a creek or a creek or a little pond.
Or a creek.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, depending on what part of the
I would like
country
to
you're from.
assist. I would like to assist in finding that said location to camp.
All right. Both of you roll me survival checks. And it's straight rolls for both. Yeah.
20,
That's probably
30.
I was going to say, Uggo's probably going to beat me on this. 13.
All right. So I'll go a little bit more capable of knowing this part of the world. Siv, you grew up in Olsvach, which is not terribly far away, but Uggo, this is the area you marched yourself down south out of Thorn. And you remember it fairly well as far as what to look for, the kind of vegetation, the kind of topography to expect. And you guys are able to settle on a fairly appropriate area to bed down. It's kind of got some ledges. It's got a little bit of water, and you're able to find something that suits all your needs. And you feel relatively secluded here.
I'm going to stop and get off the horse and immediately let the horse drink water from the water source and take off the saddle and brush the horse down and do all of my usual maintenance stuff.
Right.
And when I'm done with that, I would like to take off all of my bloody stuff, and I would take out all of the bloody stuff in my bag of holding and also clean that in the water source as well.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of bloody stuff.
Yes, indeed. The rest of you arrive shortly thereafter and find Siv scrubbing in the water, and the horse gently kind of grazing and relaxing.
Yeah, upstream so that it's not
exactly
drinking the blood.
Yeah.
Got it.
I
Look,
have something that I would like to say to all of you before we go to sleep.
Me too, but you go first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
okay.
Uggo has been trying to be better. Yondo brought Candle Queen into my knowledge. And following the path as he has shown me in her name has made Uggo better. But Uggo realized that only happened because of all of you. Had I not learned something from each of you, I would not have found the joy I have found. And so I make an oath to all of you, here and now. My oath is that I will liberate. The flame is freedom from the dark, you've heard me say this. To love anyone is to give them freedom. All living things are connected, and those who bring goodwill to your life do so because someone else did for them. As he's doing this, you can see Uggos reading from the Orctionary, where it's clearly he has spent large amounts of time writing these things in his own words. Liberate, human mama. All from the chains of oppression, so they may choose to be redeemed. Those who choose not the path of redemption shall be liberated from their existence. Nourish, and he looks at Lily. A flame must be fed to burn bright. Preservation requires resources, and many times, Lily, you have taught me, those in most need of resources are the least capable of acquiring them. And so nourishment leads to love. And the greatest love you have shown me is kindness. Even the forests need nourishment of a wildfire to grow. Bring light to the darkness, whether through the nourishment of a warm glow or through the cleansing of fire. Looks at James. Knowledge. To see the light, one must know what is dark. Knowledge gained by study, you have shown me, James, and by practice leads to a honed and well-wielded weapon like your shield. Find the darkness. Seek it out so that you may know it. By knowing what is dark, you may be the light that reveals the truth. Use the darkness as a weapon against itself. He looks at Fahima. Passion. No flame is ever lit without first a spark. Passion is the spark of your soul. Your soul is a reflection of the company you keep and the deeds you choose. Let your passion be seen in its glory, even when it is the darkest, and all hope is lost. It is passion that will light the flames of strength, because a strong flame cuts your enemies the deepest. And my greatest lesson, as he looks at Civ, resilience. The flame may flicker, but it should never die, friend. Life will hurt you. Even the flame burns those who hold it. Be like the phoenix, and death shall be temporary in service of the light. The cost of resilience is always high, but it is worth every effort. Protect those with the spark of the flame, and be prepared to lend your own in the service of others. And it is in that oath that I offer my services, my soul, and my very life to not only the Candle Queen, but to you, my family. Today, I will honor you, Civ, and you, Fahima. And Uggo pulls out 5 candles, and you see him light one on the far left. He puts them in what looks like a circle. He lights the one on the far left, right, and one on the far left. So opposite ones, and he lights them. I love all of you. Live your best lives.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Each of you see a new quality in Uggo. You know that he has been pursuing the path.
That's the biggest understatement of the last couple episodes. I remember Uggo ripping someone's head off and drinking the blood from their skull.
Indeed.
I would say things have changed with Uggo.
Indeed.
Just a tiny bit.
But particularly in this moment, you notice, you recall that he has been pursuing the path as a paladin of the Candle Queen. But in this moment, you see, having spoken his oath aloud, having committed himself in this specific way to the family, there's almost a gleam around him, almost as if he glows from inside, a warm glow like a candle's flame. You see sort of a magical infusion
that seeps out of him, almost illuminating the rising darkness of night as it shrouds all of you.
Oh, I've never had an oath. I've never had an oath taken to me before, but that was amazing.
The only oath I've given before this one is the one to Lily.
I would love a copy of that. If you might write it out in my journal.
Worse. I would love to.
Your handwriting is quite nice.
I find that if you work on it, it's easier to read.
Yes.
That was half the problem, is I would write things down and I couldn't read it.
And all of you begin to tend to the birds and make camp as the sun sets.
I don't want to say my thing anymore.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, Lily literally says that. No.
I forgot.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, you should definitely say what you want to say, Lily.
Actually, don't. That was so beautiful. I don't want to say my thing anymore.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to make you feel like you could not be open and honest with us.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Is it a song?
Well, it was just that
Is
was
it a
so
song?
beautiful, and I don't. Okay.
It won't subtract from the beauty of it, no matter what you do. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me just let you. It's a work in progress, and it was more of a PSA type of a song, but
Oh.
I just feel like that was such a beautiful way to end the night, and
You want to sing it in the morning, then?
That works.
I'll just sing it now, and then we'll go to bed. We don't have to talk about it, okay? Okay.
Okay.
My
Okay.
bedroll's right next to yours, so I'll probably say something.
Okay, fine.
And I have really good hearing, so I'll probably hear it.
Well, anyway, I just wanted to run it
Probably
by you
talk
guys
about it.
because I think this is important that people know.
Okay.
Okay.
One flake, two flake, down it falls. Magical flakes covering it all. Beautiful, magical, perfect snow. But there are a few things that you want to know. Oh, the yellow snow is pee, and the red snow, hey, that's blood. But the rest of the snow is good, so you can catch it on your tongue. So while no snow is good, it's important that you know to never eat the snow of red or yellow. One flake, two flake, down it falls. Mostly magical snow for us all.
Wow.
Katie Michaels
How do you
on the
do
fly. On the
How?
fly.
What?
She had no idea I was going to say it snowed in this episode.
What?
She had no idea.
I wrote that before you did your beautiful oath.
That's a perfect.
Yeah.
That's the perfect
Yeah,
situation.
I kind of think Lily should have gone first.
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't know.
Now we all have to drink ourselves to sleep.
You can watch me back
Well,
listening
Sid
to
was
your
gonna
beautiful
do that
opening
anyways.
lines.
I'll be honest. As hard as it was for you to follow Uggo, it would have been way harder for him to follow you. I'll be honest with you.
That's true. That is very, very true. Now that you've all had a good laugh, let me talk about something really serious.
All
After
right,
Olsvach, I think we needed both of those things. That's fine.
Yes,
Thank you.
indeed.
Okay. Well,
And with that,
Uggo
everybody,
is happy.
everybody sort of makes their camp and beds down, and it has been an extraordinarily long day. I mean, this day started in the midst of chaos in Olsvach, and here you are. Or no, it didn't. No, you had a day of travel. This is a day of travel. Excuse me.
We rested.
It's only one day out from that. So again, this rest perhaps more needed than most. And as the night falls, James still unable to go to sleep. But the rest of you, are you going to do a watch? Or are you going to do any kind of?
Yeah, I'd keep a watch for sure.
Okay.
Even with James being up the entire time, I think we could all take turns.
I while Civ is, I will have been looking around through my book of shadows quite a lot. You'll notice, which always tends to look strange because it literally looks like I'm holding like a small book-shaped shadow.
Yeah, you can't quite even see it. It just is
Right.
dark.
But you'll probably hear me like sort of quietly talking to myself, like, "That's interesting. That's very, very useful. That's fascinating. All right."
You said who could hear this?
Whoever's awake.
Are you experimenting with spells as well?
Experimenting, I don't know. I think I just sort of, Can I ask you something? This is going to sound strange.
Oh, what a surprise.
Would you sign this? And I hand you the book.
Oh, okay.
And I hand you a pen, a quill pen. Would you sign your name? I know it, I mean, you've told me you can't really see it. This is sort of a ledger, a short ledger. Could you sign this, please?
Okay, well, as fellow mage, I do think I need to inquire a bit more about what exactly the signature is going to do.
It's going to help a lot with communication.
James.
I'll be able to cast sending to you whenever I want, as long as your name is on this page.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I know. It's very useful.
Can we do it with everyone?
I can only do 4 people at one time on this page right now, but I mean, the 4 of you is a good place to start. As we keep going, maybe I could put Torvald's name in the book, Fesh's name in the book, someone else. Yes.
Incredible. It's sort of like a device that allows you to contact somebody else instantaneously with almost no effort.
Right.
It's like technology almost.
And sometimes with my 2 spell slots, I do feel a bit like a sending machine sometimes, so this helps with that.
And there's no trade-off.
Not for you, no, certainly. No, there's no trade-off. No, I mean, no, I only get 4. I only get 4 names, and, you know, I get to cast sending, and I can remove your name. Simple as that.
What is the trade-off for you?
None that I know of. I'm still not sleeping, but, you know, they seem to think that's a gift, the old ones, so...
Oh, have you spoken to them about it?
Yes, with an extra question back in Olsvach, when I had an extra question to ask, I asked them about my sleeping, and they simply responded, power.
Power.
Somebody say power?
Yes.
Oh. You need some?
No,
Right
I'm
here.
all right. I'm all right. Thank you, buddy. You're good.
Okay.
So if you're not comfortable signing it,
No,
please,
it's all right. Do I have to sign with blood or?
No, God, no.
Wait, what are we
Just
signing in blood?
Just the pen. Just the pen.
Just okay.
No blood required.
If you eat the red snow, that's technically blood.
I think Lily's talking in her sleep. I think she's still singing the song.
Okay, so Fahima will take out her quill and we'll sign James's book.
Okay, now watch this.
Okay.
And I will write a sending on the page. And basically 25 words. Hello, Fahima, this is James. Can you hear me? Question mark. And then the words disappear. And you hear them in your head.
Do it again in cursive. See what happens.
And then do it again in cursive. See what happens.
Yes.
Appears on the page.
But write it in Can you write it in loopy letters?
Can you write it again in rupee letters? All right. until you get to 25 words. Everything you respond writes itself.
But
on
you're
the page.
getting all of this. Yes?
This is the response to your sending appears on my page.
Okay, can you do it though? She says this out loud. Can you do the loopy letters?
Certainly. Watch. I will write as fancy as I possibly can.
Okay.
I'm not best at calligraphy, but here we are. Sure. And loopy. Hello.
Oh! Whoa! Oh, it did change it.
Did it? Interesting. Ah.
Yeah, you sort of sound like a posh version of yourself.
A little fancier. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sort of, and she'll say this out loud. Sort of like this, Jamie.
And if I want it to be louder, what if I write in all caps? Would
Oh,
that
do
be
it,
screaming?
do it,
Into
do it.
like, hello, Fahima, all
Oh,
caps.
okay, too loud.
Okay, sorry.
Smidge. Now write it very tiny letters.
Very tiny.
Small as you can get it.
Whisper.
Strange. It is the same volume for that one.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll play around with it, but Very useful.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Anything else
Yeah.
you've got up your cloak?
You know, some things maybe. I'm not sure. I feel this feels weird. My mind feels more resilient after that contact of the plane spell. After I was able to resist that, I feel like I don't know. We'll see.
Are you nervous about having a possible encounter with him?
Yes. Less so. I don't know. There's something about. I don't know if I ever told you this. There was a time back after the Deep Reef, back after well, the first time I walked into the Hunger of Adar, I said to Shothragot, "You need me more than I need you." And I was bluffing. I didn't know that for certain. It was a guess, and he could have killed me. It could have killed me in that moment. But I'm starting to think I was right. So, especially after what it said to me in the Forges, I'm starting to think that I could, I think they need me. And so I don't feel safe. It's not that, but I don't necessarily feel like they're going to hurt me intentionally. We'll see. The sleep thing is weird.
Strange being an instrument to another one's power.
Very.
It's almost as if audacity itself is admirable to those in power.
Maybe.
Someone say power?
Yes, I'll go.
Yes, Uggo.
Okay. Well,
We'll go
if
back
you
to
need
sleep.
any, I'm right here.
Okay.
Thank you.
What do you think the connection is then? Between the old ones and everything else here? Because we haven't encountered anything to do with them since we found the obelisk.
I don't know.
I
I
think
think that I kinda
Calcutta
feel
would have
like
mentioned it.
she didn't.
She didn't. If she was in cohorts with.
Yeah, I don't think she is. Shothragot said very plainly in the Forges that we want you to show her what we can do, basically, as a kind of warning. I don't know. I think they're possibly rivals. They're possibly. I think there are other players on the field who maybe haven't. So I'm worried. I don't know what their plans are. They're allowing me. It comes back to free will. And I have my free will for now.
Other than the ability to go to sleep when you want to.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
It's not
That's
quite
very
free will.
upsetting. You're right.
Sleep, it is one of the primary functions of humans, is it not? Sleeping for a third of your day.
Wow. I
But-
guess in all the everything, in all the chaos, I hadn't really thought of it that way. But
Sorry.
you have a point. No, please, you have a good point.
I hope that Thorn brings a bit more clarity, because it does seem to feel as though there's a Triforce happening and we're caught in the middle and we don't know which side we're on.
Try. You mean
Yes.
the Natural Order, the Ashen Mage, and the Old Ones?
So far, yes.
Maybe. Yeah.
Perhaps we should map it out. Later, not
Yeah.
tonight. We're too tired tonight.
Okay,
Well, I'm
that's
tired.
fine.
You're not tired.
It's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll leave you to meditate.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, so Anybody else?
Jeff,
James, go ahead. You want us to do something?
There's one more thing I want to do.
Always. Okay.
Sorry.
No, please.
I waiting for a quieter part of the night, probably a bit later, probably like 12 or 1.
Yeah.
I want to cast a dream spell to the cheesemonger.
Can you do that during my watch? Because I want to go off on my own during mine.
Yeah,
So,
I will wait till I'm alone.
Great. So when we take watch together, I kind of do a little circle around the camp out in the darkness, and you can do that while I'm gone.
So thinking about this face that I only saw for a few moments in a time of great stress, trying to concentrate, and I'm going to cast a dream spell to the cheesemonger.
All right. Okay. I need to roll wisdom for him, right?
Yes, I get the dream no matter what, actually. What I'm going to try to do, you will need a wisdom saving throw. Spoiler alert.
I kind of figured that. I kind of figured
It's not going to be sugar plums and happy puffy clouds floating in the sky.
It is.
No.
It will be those things.
All right. I have advantage from Citizen of Ein, countered by All-Star.
I get the spell first, though.
Right. Okay, well, okay. You can do the spell.
Okay.
Go ahead. What are you creating in your dream?
unless he's not sleeping. He has to be sleeping.
Right.
And the spell tells me when he's sleeping, so I can wait.
You can wait up to 8 hours. Yeah, I'll say.
Yes.
I mean, he's going to sleep this night, and so you were waiting until the dead of night.
We all know it's the same time zone everywhere in Ein at the same time.
That's right.
So
That's right.
Well, you're not that far away from Olsvach.
That too.
I'm just teasing you, Jeff.
I know.
So yeah, I will concentrate on his face, and I will cast the dream spell.
And you feel yourself transported as you start to manifest this dreamlike reality. And in any way you choose, you can create whatever the cheesemonger and you perceive inside this dream.
I want to create the streets of Lostrana on fire.
Okay.
Like Inferno.
Okay.
Smoke fills the air, people running around, bodies in the streets. And when he comes to consciousness in the stream, I want familiar faces of the vermin dead in the streets in front of him, looking up at him.
All right. You see this face that you only saw for a moment before you turned and ran. This face with red circles under his eyes, this patchy white beard that's been trimmed, white hair, grayed. You see him standing as flames burn all around him, looking, staring into the eyes of the vermin, their mouths hanging slack, their bodies crisping, blackening as the flames lick all around them. And he looks, he stares, motionless, stands motionless, his eyes unwavering, looking at them.
And then when he turns to his right, he sees me, but I don't look like myself. I look like Vic. Basically how she looked after she died. Like face half destroyed, horn broken off, burnt, scarred. Now he should roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
Like I said, it's a straight roll, and I've got 15. 12
Fail.
plus 3. All right.
I get 10 words for a nightmare. Remembering Vic's voice. She is going to stare him dead in the eyes, looking down, surveying the corpses at their feet, and say, I hope it was worth it. That's it. He takes 3d6 psychic damage, and he gets 0 rest for the night.
Okay. You see him.
Rolled really well.
You see him consumed by the flames, standing there, trying not to scream as the flames engulf him as he looks at Vic's dead eyes. You would do it again. And he screams as he comes to wakefulness.
Wow. He takes 13 points of psychic damage, and yeah, he does not get a long rest.
Okay.
That's shorter, obviously. So that doesn't take me a full hour. So I just wake up probably around our campfire, or I come out of my trance around our campfire. Just shake that off.
The cheesemonger is not the only one who has a dream. Uggo. As you sleep, you too dream. And in your dream, it is dark. And you desperately want something to illuminate your way. But there is nothing. No torch. No candle. Your feet are wet, splashing. You're running. How long have you been running? It is cold, so cold. And there's something up ahead. So you stop running, your feet still submerged in water up to the ankles. You strain to see. Out in front of you, there are 3 figures, glowing faintly. One very large and 2 smaller, but you can't make them out. Their eyes are hollow, empty. It felt cavernous as you were running, but now as you stand there, it feels like the walls are closing in. The air seems to get thinner. It's hard to breathe. The room is getting smaller, tighter, suffocating. You've got to go. You've got to get out of here, but you are transfixed by these figures. Is there someone else behind them? Someone they are protecting? They stand motionless until finally, in unison, all 3 reach out their hands and point down at the shallow water in front of you. You look. It is dark, murky, flat. Your feet disappear into the undisturbed surface as if severed at the ankle. Then you see it. There's movement. Swirling there, expanding in the liquid, is a cloud of red. Blood. Blood like the blood that Civ was washing into the stream. Floating, dispersing in the water. As it spreads, you see that it obscures something. This red mist, there is something beneath it. Is the water deeper there? You want to see what's underneath, shrouded by the blood. But the walls are closing in. You'll be trapped, confined. You need to run again to escape, but if you wait just 1 second longer, you'll see what's under there. You'll see. But you know you have to act. You have to choose. You have to save yourself. And just as you decide to move forward, the water directly beneath you opens up and you fall, arms flailing, plummeting into darkness. And you wake with a start, sweating.
Uggo, are you okay? Are you okay?
No.
What's wrong? No one said power.
Feel it again.
What?
I've seen him before.
Who? Female will crawl over and give him a hug. Who? What are you talking about?
Darkness. In the blood. In the cold. Alone.
Someone in the darkness, alone?
Uggo looks at Fahima. Not alone. Fahima. And you know why I tell you, and why I say out loud that you could kill us all?
Because I do a lot of exploding spells.
Yes, but it is a reminder to Uggo. And hopefully for you to learn from Uggo. People will use your anger against you. They will take your passions and your need for justice, and they will manipulate you. I do not want you to ever have to deal with that.
Did somebody do that to you, Uggo?
Not just Braga. Uggo. I love you, Fahima.
I love you too, Uggo. Do you think this was a dream sent from the Candle Queen?
Light.
What was that?
It lacked light. There was no flame. There was no warmth. It was cold and alone. Like James's Adar spell. Cold blood.
Maybe this is why you were chosen by the Candle Queen to fight this darkness. You're so intimate with it. You know it well. You have us. You have our light. And you are light. And it's true, you did start out on this crazy adventure with us with a lot of anger, but
Oh, he's still there.
But you must recognize that you have so much more power over it. Even if it's there, you're able to temper it and know when it's taking over. And in fact, you've gotten to the point where you guide us with our anger as you did just now.
It is strange to Uggo to be seen as leader.
You are. And you will be a leader for the foreseeable future, because we're entering a place unknown to all of us. So we will need your guidance and your wisdom. I'll back you up.
Fahima, Thorn is sick. Like Olsvach, but different. I am afraid we will fail. Like we have Olsvach.
We didn't fail. We can't save the entire world at once. All we can do is the best we can, one step at a time. And this is the next step.
You are wise. You are smart. I said it, I don't know. We didn't get a chance to talk about it, but I think you may be tied to the Candle Queen.
Well, I prayed to her a few times.
You have?
Well, just once or twice.
You are a wish, yes?
Yes, supposedly.
Or you are Uggo's wish. I wished for to not be alone, to not be cold, to find a family I could trust. It is going to be strange to bring the family I trust to that which I do not.
Well, another thing perhaps we should discuss before entering is, I think some of the time your voice isn't heard, and we should listen to you right now. Perhaps in the past there were decisions that were a bit brash, and I think you do need to keep aware of that. Like you said.
Uggo is hard-headed.
But it stands that Civ can speak and read Orcish, but no one else can. And we honestly don't know how everybody communicates. And it's going to be very different from how we normally do, so...
Lots of anger and thorn.
Mm-hmm. But I'm guessing anger doesn't quite mean the same thing as it does elsewhere.
No. Rage. Better word. Rage has no... Anger is good. Means passion. Means care. But anger can be thought through. Anger can be tempered. Anger can become weapon. Rage is... power. But... at cost. Great cost.
Are you prepared to be a leader, Uggo? Are you prepared to be listened to?
No. But I am trying.
Meanwhile, Civ, alone in the woods, unaware of any of this.
I try to find a nice quiet little spot, and I'm going to set out my incense and my little stones and some charcoal and what have you, and I take Mr. Whispers out, and I set him in the center of the ring, and I take out my dragon tooth dagger and that silver dagger that Fahima just gave me, and I'm going to change his form.
All right. So you start to burn the incense in your brazier. You focus your mind, connecting to your familiar. What form do you envision in your mind's eye?
It is time that we stop pretending. It is time for us to realize who we are. I apologize, my friend, and I'm going to turn him into a snake.
You see the mouse start to shift, and he looks at you. His eyes
stark, connecting with yours, confused, and then conceding, and moving, turning, appendages receding, body elongating, fur dropping off, scales emerging from his back as he becomes a snake.
And then I'm going to take out a jug and put a little piece of thin leather over the top of it. Bite. I'm going to milk him for
fangs
poison.
come down. As you stand there squeezing Mr. Whisper's head, pushing the poison out of his fangs.
Jeez.
I need you to roll me a perception check. You have advantage from kitty scritches.
Kitty scratches.
James, roll me a perception check as well. You also have advantage from kitty scritches.
Nat
Thanks,
20.
Kitty Scritches.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
15 for me.
As you are holding Mr. Whisper's, milking that poison from his fangs, you hear there are things very close, and they seem to be coming toward you.
Okay. I will quickly collect Mr. Whispers, put him into my pocket, grab the poison, and stealth back to camp.
Do I hear all of that as well with my 15 perception?
Not with your 15. No.
Okay.
Roll me
Heard that with
a
my
stealth
soul,
check,
son.
Civ. You have a straight roll.
That's pretty good. 15 plus 13 is 28.
All right. So you move silently through the bushes back toward, and you hear these things moving, pushing, and you hear things going so fast from one side to the other. It seems like there might be multiple creatures, but you perceive this movement from one bush not far away, maybe 30, 40 feet from you, moving, rustling through the branches, rustling through the bushes and trees.
Like they're going to beat me back?
It doesn't seem, they don't seem to be moving at you because you are moving with stealth, but they are moving fast, an incredible amount of speed. It doesn't seem possible that something can be moving that quickly.
Are they headed towards the camp, though?
It does seem like they're crisscrossing around.
I'll take a rock and whip it that direction so it cracks off the side of a tree.
And you hear, and on that tree, something hits it, splatters against it, and ooze, and some sort of wet sound smacking into the side of the tree.
Assuming that's going to be enough to wake him up. Hoping it's enough to wake him up.
Yeah, I think at this point, James, you would definitely hear sounds
Oh,
of
you know
movement.
what? I'll take out my bow, Murmur, and I'll shoot at where I think this thing is because it doesn't give away my position when I use it.
Okay. You roll me a attack roll with disadvantage, please.
Okay. Is this because I'm shooting into like dark,
not knowing where it is,
covered area? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go for Hema. Lily, wake up. We've got company. There's loud, terrible noises.
Oh, is Trophy here?
Not
17?
good company.
17
With disadvantage, nice.
disadvantage, pretty incredible. You hear you seem to have hit something. Roll me your damage.
I don't think I can get sneak attack if I can't actually see the thing. So I'm just doing regular
You
damage.
have to. You can't be at disadvantage on your attack to get.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That would be 8 points of damage.
All right.
But I'm hoping that the sound is enough to let
It definitely gives
know.
you a sense of where they are. Yes.
Okay. I mean, I probably keep shooting. So
All right.
I don't know how you want to handle this.
The rest of the team is staying put or moving toward where Civ was.
We don't know where Civ is.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
if
But
we
you know
wake
where those
up
sounds
and-
are coming from.
Yes.
How close does it sound to our actual camp?
He went, a ways. How far do you think you went, Civ, from where everybody was standing?
Just far enough to where I know James can't see me.
Right.
So James is a human. He doesn't have his. You don't have dark vision anymore.
Nope.
I actually don't have to go that far then.
Nope.
Probably
So,
just
like
100
30 feet away?
out of
Yeah.
I would say out of earshot. So I'd probably be at least 60 feet away. Yeah.
So as you're coming back, you definitely have no sense of where Civ is, and maybe that is cause for alarm in and of itself. James is taking a head count of the camp and seeing Civ not there, and then hearing sounds screeching, kind of unidentifiable but very disconcerting sounds.
Civ.
Oh, and that was psychic damage, by the way, because my bow does psychic damage when I'm.
That's
using
right. Yeah. I'm sorry. How many
From
points damage was
stuff.
it? Can you remind me?
8. Was it 8?
Yeah, that sounds right.
8.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything because I can't break my stealth. So you just hear, and then whatever the creature sounds making.
Yeah. You guys hear rustling branches and movement getting closer to you, and you're sort of backed up against this little rock outcropping where you kind of have found some some shelter, a place to make camp, and you hear these things coming from a number of different directions.
I'll stay close to Landflies, just make sure that the animals are going to be safe. But yeah.
All right.
Jeff, I'm going to try to get a sense of the specific how far they are by just laying low and trying to feel out survival maybe or perception to try to figure out exactly how far these things are, and more importantly, is it just one of them? How many of them are there?
Right. So roll me a perception. You have advantage
Okay.
from the Cosmic Lord.
No, thank you, the Cosmic Lord. Right. Perception is 23.
All right.
Ooh.
So you can definitely perceive a number of different areas of movement. It does seem like there's more than one of these things. And as you lay down there and you try to stay as quiet as possible, there seems to be a differentiation between a sort of slower lumbering sound and a much quicker movement from one side to the other. Is there multiple things all around you, or is there one thing moving across? It's like moving all around.
We are. I'm gonna get close to Buddy. How is Buddy reacting here? Does he seem scared? Does he seem?
Yeah, he definitely seems alert and disturbed. There's all the animals are there. There seem to be rustling and moving and reacting to both your alarm and the sounds around them.
All right. I'm gonna look at. James and say, "Oh well, they're already hunting us. We might as well let them know we're here."
All right.
And
Awesome.
Uggo jumps on Buddy.
Okay.
And rides out a little bit from the camp, kind of out where he knows he can be seen.
Yep.
And I'm going to hold an action that if I'm charged, I'm going to attack the thing that I'm charged.
All right, let's roll initiative. Actually,
my
let's go
goodness.
to intermission. Let's take intermission right after intermission. So you're being, we'll jump right in as soon as we get through a very brief intermission. But I want to thank some folks that have been giving us balloons in the meantime. We got a balloon from
Yay.
Jar of Bees. Thank you, Jar of Bees. We really appreciate you. The Team Force of Good is running away with it, 81%. The Team Force of Evil is 19%. Also, I want to remind you guys to give me some role-playing of good reasons to give you extra advantage. I don't want to forget that we've got that in effect.
Are you kidding me? It was all RP for the first
It was all
half
RP,
of the
but
show.
I want you to specifically
Jeff
call it
wasn't
out.
impressed.
Ron was crying. Like, what? What do you want?
Wait, do we need to do we need to ask? For
Yeah,
it?
do we
Is
say,
that what
can I have
you're
advantage?
Yeah,
I
because
feel like it's like,
Can I have advantage?
Jeff's holding up, thumbs up, thumbs down, like what ratings from 1 to 10 on our performances.
I would.
Fiasco style.
I was going to say, and maybe I didn't make this clear, that because there is a risk associated with the extra advantage, I wanted to specifically request it and choose it because if you roll 1, it's bad things. So we'll do that.
Okay.
All right, we got a brief intermission. Stick around. We'll be back very shortly. And we are back, ready to hop into a fight. I need everybody to roll initiative. Advantages to divvy up. We've got advantage for Civ from Hadrian X. Fema has advantage from Gateway Guy, countered by Fail Waffle. James has advantage from Neophet 3.
Thank you, Neophet.
Do I have to watch all the other Neophets to understand what happens in Neophet 3?
Yeah, you do. It's a very tight mythology.
All right. Uggo has advantage from Hadrian X, and Lily has advantage from Ammo Sean, countered by Fail Waffle.
Since I was so awesome with my role play and jumping on the back of a bear before we rolled initiative,
I'm into it.
Could I have one? Okay, cool.
Double advantage.
Wait, I sang a song about pee.
You did sing a song about pee. Therefore, no advantage for you.
Okay,
No, I'm
okay,
kidding. I'm
that's
kidding.
fair,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You can have it too.
Oh my
You can have
goodness.
it too.
Okay, good. I really need it.
Double advantage.
Hilarious.
What a difference one pee song makes. Okay.
Please don't
That's
do
our next
like
T-shirt.
a
Yeah, I was
trilogy
gonna
of
say,
pee
now we need to-
songs. Let's just keep it one and done. One and done.
What it done?
What a difference.
You mean
a pea song
I think you
makes.
mean number one and done?
Boo.
Oh my
Boo.
God.
No?
Dad jokes.
I almost turned
Jokes
off
for
my
days.
camera. I almost turned off my camera.
All right, so
Hey guys, the cameras are on right now. The show is actually
Oh,
happening.
the show is on.
Oh!
Whoops.
all right, so what did everybody get? Civ?
I totally forgot. 21.
We're playing 21.
Looked so surprised by that question.
Everybody's like, what's the fallout going to be from Olsvach and the crazy heavy stuff from last episode? It's like, I tuned in and got peace songs and goofy times.
Goofy times.
All right, sometimes we
We
need
like to
it.
keep you guessing.
All right, Fahima, what did you roll?
19.
19. James.
Also 19.
All right.
I have a +2 to my dex.
Dex.
Yeah, I'm worse.
Okay.
I'm worse.
I'm worse.
Uggo?
I'm slower.
25.
25. Lily.
My.
24.
Holy
What?
moly.
What?
We
I have the
rolled
lowest
19s
initiative at
and
19?
we're last.
Yeah.
This
Crazy.
happens all the time to us.
And
Wait, how do you have a 20? What?
I rolled
19.
I rolled 3 d20s or 3d20, and I
You're
got
a
an 18.
+5 here, and because an
I'm a
initiative is
+7.
technically an ability check.
He also has he has an initiative belt that he got like in
No,
episode
Right.
2.
I was
Which
more
gives me
thinking about
+1
Lily.
initiative.
Yeah.
But
I know Barbarian's got a bunch of stuff. I was just wondering how Lily had a +5 to her initiative, but okay, got it. I remember
Jack of all trades, baby.
now.
I'm mediocre at everything.
All right. So first up is Uggo, then Lily.
okay.
Weird.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to the map room if you're not already there. We're gonna go to the map room and see
I'm so excited.
what we're looking at here.
Oh,
are
no.
Demons.
At
Lots
night.
of demons.
Boy.
and lots of demons
Okay.
are descending upon you.
Oh no.
So,
Oh no.
Uggo, you are up
Oh,
first.
no.
You have woken up as you can see, your menagerie of animals are safely, or not so safely, I guess, anymore, but are kind of tied up behind you, or not tied up, but grazing, sleeping, whatever, what have you, behind you. Civ off a bit, hiding behind part of the
Foliage.
foliage, yeah. And there
Okay,
are
do
a
I
number
get-
of demons that seem to be emerging from the woods.
Can I? Since
can-
you go first. John.
Can I have control of the bear?
I
No?
don't think we're gonna play like that.
Okay.
Because
All
I
right,
think
fine.
that just, I think
Sure.
what's gonna happen is these are
just
riding
met it.
animals. Yeah, maybe we can work up to controlling the bear.
Okay, sure,
But,
sure.
yeah.
Can I put
Okay.
myself? Can I put myself in front of the Achira, since, as I said, I walked over there and kind of
Sure.
was guarding them. So I
Sure.
will put myself over here. Thank you.
Yeah, so I moved over to Buddy,
Okay.
and and
Buddy.
I climbed up top. So 5, 10, 15,
If
20.
you're on top of the bear, you can ride him
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he's going to be able to attack for you yet.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna have him attack. Just it's
Oh
more
yeah,
of
you
a,
can ride him. Yeah, you can ride him
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
More of like, I have a bear, demon. What do you have? Oh, you're a demon.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh, no.
So it's actually not enough for me to get all the way on him. So what I will do is I will hold my action, like I said, and
Right.
wait for something to get within range and attack.
Okay, so you're holding until something is within range. Lily, you're up.
Okay, so
So you don't see Civ. You're not really sure where he is.
okay.
You hear a movement, and and as you are, brought into initiative, basically, as you become aware that there's danger around you, you start looking into the woods, and you see a number of very strange-looking creatures, including smaller, compressed little demons that seem to be moving very, very quickly, and these larger, pulsating sacks that have big, gaping maws with teeth that seem to be moving much slower and kind of undulating up and down. These strange, heavy breathing things that are kind of, one's perched up high above you straight ahead on this ledge. Another one seems to be emerging from out of the woods to the left.
Most of the words you used. Okay, so one's up on a ledge, and then the one, but you said they're moving slow?
The larger ones are moving slow. These smaller blue ones are moving quite quickly.
Okay. I'm going to slow and fast, so scary. All right, I'm going to just in like an attempt to figure out what's happening. I'm just going to cast Shatter at the one closest to me that's moving quickly.
Okay.
Let me ping it for you so you can see which one.
That'll wake him up.
That one.
I'm sorry. That one? Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're gonna place a
yeah,
shatter
I
and
think I
like
can
right about there.
say that I'm like here so I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'll cast Shatter just and also be like, Civ, are you here? And I'll just yes. I'm unsure where you are. It makes me nervous to cast things.
It's a dex save, right?
Yeah, just a second level. So
Con,
save. Sorry,
con
con
save.
save.
All right. So I have advantage from Citizen of Ein, countered by Fall Star, and that is a 20, dirty 20.
Well, that saves, you dum dum. Okay, you're not a dum dum. That roll is just not ideal for me. But you still take half.
Half, right?
So
Yeah.
dun 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 dun, which is 8 damage.
8 damage.
What's the radius on Shatter again?
10. It's a sphere.
Oh, only
so it's
10.
10 feet.
Oh, okay, so it couldn't get to the other
Yeah.
one, to the north of it.
10
Okay,
feet,
got it.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys are all coming
That
away
was
from this, all of a sudden there's this boom, this sound of thunder exploding in the night as Lily places that exploding thunder damage off to the east side of the forest. You hear a squeal, but there's something, it's moving so quickly, it almost escapes from the range of the spell from where she placed the sound waves. It almost escapes it without even taking much damage. You see it moving so quickly, and almost in a blink of an eye, these creatures are zipping in and out of your vision.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna like go over by these bushes because it makes me feel safer.
All right.
It makes me feel safe to be by a
So
bush.
now it is the demon turn. The first one.
Oh,
is,
wow, they roll well.
Shoot.
Yeah, these things are fast. Called speed demons. This one's gonna run up to.
Oh, boy. Wow, right there.
They have a movement of 120 feet.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah. So it is going to multi-attack.
We're not outrunning these guys, that's for sure.
Oh my god.
And that is 3 attacks. The first is it's an 11 to hit.
Miss.
Second is a 24 to hit.
Hit.
And the third is an 18 to hit.
Hit.
All right. So the 2 that hit, that is 10
I
points
will give it-
damage and 9 points damage. Piercing.
Ouch. 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 Okay, got it.
And it is going to stick and move. It runs out, hits you, and runs.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and as a warcaster, I get an attack of opportunity. I can cast a spell as an attack of opportunity, which is good.
Okay.
I would like to, as it's running away from me, like, it's just, it got scratched. And I whisper like a dark new spell under my breath, and I cast, Mind Sliver.
Ooh, Mind Sliver!
Yeah.
You have to do that
needs-
every time you cast it.
Mind Sliver! And basically, like, and I reach out and basically try to jab it in the mind with my mind. And it needs to do an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence. Okay.
That's right.
I do have advantage from Shiny 8-Bit Boo, countered by False Star. Something tells me the intelligence is not going to be great. Yeah, not too bad.
That's why I took it.
Oh, nat 20!
Ugh.
Meow, 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 meow.
Wow.
Yay.
And it's a cantrip, so it doesn't do half damage. All right, no, it gets away.
All right, so it bolts all the way over here behind this thing. This
Ow.
one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. These things can go no problem. Runs up to Fahima and attacks her 2 times.
No!
The first is
If I keep
I have
screaming it, will you stop?
advantage from Shiny 8-Bit Boo, countered by Fendaril. And the second is advantage from Nomad PG, countered by Fendaril. So we got that's a 20, dirty 20, and that is 14.
Wow, you're rolling so well.
Not cool.
Did you hit with both?
Shield on the second one. Mhm.
Okay, so it only hits once.
Actually, do I want to use that spell slot? Yeah, sure, why not?
All right.
Yep.
So it
using
only hits once, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 7 points of piercing damage on the first. So these things are like running out in the night, running out from the tree line, slashing at you with their claws, and then running off. This one slices at you twice, only hits you with one, but then it moves over to the Lily and slices her with its third attack.
Ow! No,
this-
thank you.
So
This one is advantage from Hadrian X, countered by Fendaril. Oh, and that is a very high number, 25. And that does 8 points of piercing damage to you, Lily.
Ow. I
If
give
I
it a
ha-
very disapproving look when it does that.
And it's going to keep running.
does she get an attack of opportunity?
Absolutely.
You
Okay.
both
I
do it.
used,
Do you
would
I
want
you
used
to-
my
have?
reaction on shield though, so.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Exactly.
good point. Yes. Do you want to attack it with a weapon, Lily? You can't cast a spell, unfortunately.
I know. I know.
70 feet of movement for
My-
this one to get to James.
Oh my god.
I'll dagger at it. I'll pretend I'm
You can dagger at it.
I like
Dag-
Lily tries to remember where her dagger is and then pulls it up.
You probably eat with it.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
least.
yeah. I wiped some ketchup off my dagger and then stab at it.
All right.
Okay.
You have advantage on your attack
Ooh.
from LZBN Lisbon, maybe Lisbon Wolf.
Lisbon Wolf. Dun, ba, da, dun, dun. Ooh, oh, that's good now. Okay, thanks for the advantage. 25 to hit.
Oh,
25. And you know what? I would have actually given you extra advantage if you had wanted it because of the ketchup comment. But you don't even need it.
Dang
That does
it.
hit. That does
Okay.
hit.
Okay. Oh, and oh my gosh, yes, and I hit with max damage, so 7 points.
7 points of damage. That's not bad for.
not bad. Not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was this number 2. 7 points of damage. So
Can
number
I
3
cut?
has-
Can I cut specifically? Is it wearing pants?
It's a demon. It's not wearing pants. It did
It's
not
okay.
it did not wearing pants. But it's nice.
a demon.
No clothing at all?
No, it's a demon.
Ew. Ew.
I don't know. Okay, well then I don't cut its belt loops.
All right, so this third one's going to come up and
Wait,
attack.
you're saying it doesn't shop at Hot Topic?
No, not today.
It gets this demon gets disadvantage on its first roll. I'm going to use an entropic ward.
Okay, I had advantage from Hadrian X countered by Fendoril, so this is a disadvantage roll 16 and so that is a. I keep forgetting the multiplier. That is a 16 to hit.
Still hits.
On the first one. The second one I have advantage from Hadrian X countered by Fendoril, and the third one I have advantage from Shiny Big Boot. So the second one is a 18, and the third one is a 14.
All three hit.
All three hit.
I got to learn how to use this shield, guys.
Yeah. So that is 8 points of damage on the first.
Okay.
10 points of damage on the second.
Oh boy.
10 points of damage on the third. Oh, I'm rolling 4s on D4s, people.
Wow.
So those are all piercing. Runs up, slash 3 times and sprints this direction. All right, that brings us to Civ's turn.
Holy cow.
So I'm going to point my bow, Murmur, at Lily so that I can telepathically communicate with her.
Okay.
I'm going to say, you all need to back up. It is too dangerous. Create some kind of defensive wall. And then I'm going to go up that tree that's right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a tree or a bush?
If
Actually,
that's a
you know
bush,
what?
then
I'll
next
go-
to it is a tree. One of them is
Yeah,
a
I'll
tree.
go up in this tree.
Okay.
Keeping my stealth, and then I will, because he doesn't know where I'm at, I'm going to pop a shot at this blue demon that just came along and attacked everybody and then ran away.
Okay. So you're using your magical bow, Burmer.
Yes.
Murmur. Which means that you can maintain your stealth and actually shoot this if you roll a concentration check.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I
you
should get
have-
sneak attack too.
No, you have a straight roll as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Yes.
Natural 20.
Whoa!
It's going to be a whole lot of dice.
Oh my gosh.
Twice.
Okay. All right, roll your damage.
Okay.
Double dice.
I am
So what-
already down to 1/3 of my hit points, guys.
Oh,
Just
no.
I got messed up in this first round, just so we're aware.
James, you'll be next, then Fahima. What
coming
you
for you,
see
boo.
is or not what you see, but what happens that the audience sees. None of you see it because Civ is stealth. But Civ, what happens is he pulls his bow Murmur and turns and points it right at Lily and speaks under his breath to her. The bow magically transferring that message over silently to the target as he looks at her, as he aims with his bow, and then he immediately turns and plucks the string, sending it right into the head of this speed demon that has sliced and diced his friends. But what damage do you roll?
That would be 39 points of damage.
39 points of damage. And with
Could have
that
been about a
single
lot
shot,
better,
with that single shot, it skewers this thing, and you see it. It's running so fast, right into its head. It tumbles back as it was moving so fast, and the arrow lined up right, catching it in mid-stride, knocking it off its feet, splattering it all over to the ground.
It's actually psychic
tumbles.
damage. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's
Should've
psychic
worn
damage,
pants.
Murmur. Yeah,
Should've
it
worn
just
pants.
screams and collapses and slides on the forest floor.
Woof.
Had it been wearing pants, then it might have survived. But
Would have made a world of difference.
I will
Yeah.
tell you, the only reason that you killed it is because Lily had already done 7 points of damage to it.
nice, working
There
as
you
a
go.
team.
Yeah.
This is me.
I'd give kudos to Lily, but I don't want to give away my position, so I'm gonna stay
Yeah, don't
stealthy.
use that as a reason to drop your ability.
All right, does that complete your turn?
Yeah, because I don't need to bonus action hide. So yeah, that's
All
my
right.
turn.
Fahima,
Oh wait, I
you
gotta
are-
make
excuse me, James, you're
concentration. I can roll that on somebody else's turn though. Go ahead.
James is up, right?
James is up.
Before you go, Fahima's gonna turn to her right and yell, James! I'm going to get us up in the air. If you can just hold on.
Okay, I'll hold on. And
Sim
so,
says we need to back up.
backing up. These things are very fast. I don't know. And James will like crouch down, kind of holding his sides because he's been clawed up quite a bit. And I will cast a fifth level armor of Agathis on myself.
All right.
Giving me that sweet 25 temporary HP and surrounding myself in icy armor.
You hear the crackle of ice forming itself around you transparently. You feel the cold as it touches against your skin, adding a layer of protection to you.
Okay, come on. I'm ready whenever.
Does that complete your turn, James?
Yeah, I don't really want to move. I don't want to abandon Landthighs. So, yeah, I'm going to stay right there. Maybe take I'm just going to take like 5 foot over to this tree, but kind of keeping an eye out for more of these things.
Okay, Fahima, you're up.
Okay, Fahima's gonna turn Meep into a giant bat. Get on the bat. Bat is gonna use its dash to fly, scoop up Lily, and try to scoop up James.
All right.
How big of a bat is that?
Yeah.
It is a giant bat. It is a large beast.
Oh, large.
Yeah, it's a quarter CR, which is the same as Meep.
Amazing.
Large beast. Yeah. Okay. I will say that you can do one of the two people on your turn. You can pick up one of the two.
All right. Well, Lily, I'll come back for you.
Okay.
And she'll go and she'll swoop over to James, hold out her hand, hanging on to the scruff of this bat's weird neck, and try to grasp James's hand and swing him onto the bat and get some height.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
James, roll me a dexterity check. You have advantage from Fall Star.
Thank you.
If you want extra advantage, you can try for it.
Yes, I would. I think. Extra advantage. I'm blanking. Sorry.
No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you just roll regular advantage.
You pee your pants.
Yeah.
You can't help but think of Lily's song and you pee your pants.
No, I think my familiarity with Landthighs allows me to as I sort of run up his leg momentarily to kind of, as it's a little mini parkour as I'm halfway up Landthighs' leg and help and get on that way. So Landthighs, since we're now friendly with each other, allows me to do so.
All right.
Yes.
Wow.
You take I'll give you the extra advantage. You take that couple of steps up your new best friend Landthighs, stepping once on her actual thigh, which is
she's a
on the
she.
land.
Okay, I was unsure of the gender of Landthighs. Okay, Landthighs is a she.
I
Excellent.
thought so. I could be wrong.
It's a dirty 20.
All right. So you managed to grasp onto Fahima's outstretched arm. She pulls you up on the back of this enormous bat that used to be Meep moments ago, or is Meep now. And the two of you are hovering there in the air.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the rest of Meep's action and movement to get up 40 feet and
Just straight up?
Yeah, let's see how far I move. About 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, wow. Meep has a ton of movement because 60 feet is her regular movement.
As the bat, though.
The bat has
As the
60
bat.
feet of fly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so let's center ourselves. Let's go, let's get in the way. Let's get above the fray here. Yeah,
So you are.
So how high up off the ground are you?
40 feet.
Okay.
Maybe we should, I don't know. What, James!
Wait a minute.
How do you think we should go?
Wait, if you fly up 40 feet, that's going to use up your movement to fly up. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
but I'm using my Meep's dash, so it's gonna be 120 total.
I see.
And she could technically move forward and diagonally up, right? So
Okay, yeah, that makes
she
sense.
can.
I'll buy it.
She can. Yeah.
Okay.
Were there
So you-
3 or 4 speed demons to start? Did we kill one already?
You killed one, or Civ killed one. Yes,
Yeah, the
you
one
did.
in the
It was
middle.
dead.
Okay,
Yeah.
great, good. Thank you. Just making sure.
Is this high enough? Or should we go even higher?
We'll
What's the range
see.
on your spells?
Oh, fine. You can go as high as you like.
All right.
All
okay,
right.
We'll stay at the 40.
That's fine.
Does that complete your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it is what I'm calling the puss beast. Puss beast. I misread my own writing. The puss beast.
Jeff, I'm gonna need you to pull it together.
Oh,
I told you
family
I'm not having a
show.
good day.
Family show.
Not having a good
Family
day,
show.
folks.
Family show.
Not having a good day.
Family show.
Okay, it's the pus beast, and it launches this disgusting loogie, this incredibly large pustule that it launches into the air. This is the same thing that Civ heard hit the tree earlier. It comes out of this one up here, right at Behemoth.
No, they have
on the
ranged
back.
weapons.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh,
I can't say that I'm surprised by that.
it's a great idea.
This sucks. We're gonna die. We're gonna fall and die. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is a an attack called Glob of Pus. Glob of Pus.
You sure about that, Jeff?
Yeah, I know.
And I used my shield.
Believe me,
already.
if I could just end the show right now, I would. Not
It's
doing
it.
great today. Okay,
Who's it at?
It's at
It's at
Fahima.
us.
It's at Fahima.
Okay.
And
Oh.
I have advantage from Shiny 8-Bit Boo, countered by Fendaril. You're lucky I rolled low. I only got a 16.
It still hits.
All right. So you take 8, 10,
Yikes.
14 points of necrotic damage. Oh, no, wait, sorry, two more. Oh, plus 11. 25 points of necrotic damage.
No.
From
no.
a loogie?
Yeah. Glob
Wow.
of
That is
pus.
Hasn't brushed
This
his
is
teeth in
it's
years.
enormous. This thing's jaws open up and you see this incredibly large mouth and then it goes and this huge green undulating glob of pus flies through the air and smacks you, Fahima.
You've combined all my least favorite words into one.
Yeah. I
You need to
feel
roll
attacked
concentration
for
about
Katie.
Do you need to roll
Oh.
concentration on the
Polymorph.
Thank you
Yes.
for asking, Jeff. I don't, because I'm a level 10 conjuration wizard, and it's a conjuration spooky.
Yay.
Polymorph is not a conjuration spell.
Yeah,
No,
Polymorph's
it's
not
transmutation. You're right.
Yeah. Not conjuration.
All right, so you have
This is going
advantage.
well. This is going
Yeah.
real good.
You have advantage from Sheepshifter 23 countered by Fail Waffle.
Roll well.
Why, Fail Waffle? Why?
Roll really well.
Oh my gosh.
And if you roll poorly, come up with some kind of cool acting antidote so you can get another roll.
So, Fahima, after wiping this disgusting pus off her body, yanks on the scruff of the bat's neck and she goes, Meep! We're not falling this time! Not now! Not ever! We can't let James down again! Can I get advantage on my roll?
I mean, that was delivered with a lot of gusto.
Yeah.
Uh,
If she rolls a 1, you could do double damage to her, I guess.
that's true, yeah. I will allow it. You guys get the benefit of your
Yeah!
force of good.
Oh my gosh.
Roll one more time.
I rolled a 4.
On the new one?
No, on
No,
the first
The
one.
original one.
Please.
Don't get a 1.
I rolled below a 10.
Oh,
So it
I rolled
still
a 6
fails.
plus.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so what happens is this
Woof.
globule comes, it smacks Fahima. James sitting there on the back of Bat Meep.
Oh.
No. Bat Meep. You feel the splatter of the pus as
Oh,
it
God.
hits Fahima. It's this massive amount, sticky and gooey. It hits her and it splatters on you. And immediately you look and you see Fahima's eyes get big and you feel Meep change underneath you. Both of you fall as Meep rises up, turns back into a phoenix. You're 40 feet up, right? So,
And I
Jeff.
can't cast
46 damage.
Featherfall.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Featherfall.
yeah.
You can, or
Uggo.
Cannot.
Uggo touches one of the candles in his tunic,
Yep.
closes his eyes, and says, "A flame must be fed to burn bright," and casts Featherfall.
One of Uggo's new paladin spells as the oath of the family is Featherfall, and so the two of you start to fall. Fahima, you're covered in this disgusting ooze, and you start to fall, and then all of a sudden, you start floating gently to the ground. The two of you both landing.
You may forget me, James, but I won't forget you.
Uggo! I love you!
I love you too.
Thank you. I feel slightly defensive, but thank you.
It's okay.
Wait a minute. We'll talk about this later.
So
Okay.
that was only the first pus beast.
Oh,
my
my
gosh.
god.
The second one also goes boom, and spits its globule.
Beats the worst one.
It spits its globule across the battlefield as well. I have advantage from Hadrian X, countered by Fendaril. It is going to also attack Fahima.
What
because
the
You
heck?
just flew up and plucked people out of the air.
I mean, it was the bat, not me.
That is a
Oh, whoa.
yeah, 23 to hit. Nope, sorry,
Easy on-
21 to hit.
Easy on the wizard.
21 to
My
hit.
AC is 14 with mage armor.
All right, so
I did
got-
say back up. I did say that.
I was doing my version of backing up, which is to go up.
4,
Yeah.
Oh no.
24
This
plus
bad.
7 is 24 plus 7
31.
is 31. 31 points of necrotic
Holy
damage.
cow.
I have 1 hit point.
Holy cow.
Okay, Fahima's knocked, almost completely knocked out at this point. She's
Uh-huh.
covered in disgusting goo and looks.
So as you're
On the brink of
feather
death.
falling down, it smacks you again. Another, and James, you feel another splatter. Lily, you can see the two of them floating down, and Fahima just getting hit with this necrotic energy or necrotic goo, and it sears and burns. You see steam actually rising off of her skin as it cuts into it, burning her. That completes the Pus Beast's turn. We're back to the top of the round, Uggo.
All right. Well,
Actually, it's going to
I'll
be
go.
a little closer to
Uggo
James
looks
is
like
everything.
he's about to get on Buddy, then sees what's going on. Saving them from falling. Looks over at that speed demon and goes, "Huh," and points a finger, and a large glowing ball erupts from his finger and flies straight towards the demon.
All right. Assuming I need to roll something.
Nope, it's my attack.
Okay.
Spell attack.
Guiding bolt,
Oh.
which is a filler for now.
Yeah. We're going to come up with something cooler.
Yeah. Oh, did I have advantage?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you've got. Oh, no, sorry. Straight roll.
Okay. 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. It's going to take 46 radiant. As I
All right.
nice, nice.
knock over
This
my
is.
own-
This
Speed demon
is-
all the way on the far right.
Okay, number 1. All right. Radiant. All right.
Okay.
Takes 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
13 points of radiant damage. All right, you see your ball of light move across the dark of the forest. You're here in the night, but this light moving, illuminating as it moves the forest ground, the trees and shrubs, and it finally impacts the demon. You see its eyes light up as it goes, "Ha!" It takes damage it does not enjoy. Does that complete your turn?
I moved then over to the group so that we're all within 30 feet of the barbarian paladin.
Okay.
And unfortunately,
Uggo
lay
has
on
changed.
hands.
He's referring to himself in the third person. Uggo's just so different. I don't
From
know if I
Hollywood.
know
You're in
him
Hollywood.
anymore.
He lay on hands is a action, not a bonus action. So bonus action will be that's it. I'm done. Yep. Yeah,
All
that's
right,
it.
Lily, you're up.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
Can I use my surgical crossbow this round?
Ooh.
I think you have to load it, right?
Does it
How do we
need it?
come down on that? Did we come down that you have to load that? I can't remember.
I feel
Anybody
like
want to
we
help
went
me
back
out on
and
that?
forth,
I
but
can't remember what we
remember
decided.
either.
I think it's an action to or a bonus action to reload it.
Reload it.
but
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
sure.
first
Reloading it
fire-
was a thing, but I couldn't remember the initial.
Oh, yeah, you
Feel
can
like-
fire it on the first turn, but then you need to take a bonus action to reload it, right? Yeah.
I
Got right
think
a
that's
full
how
action
we've
to
been
reload it?
doing.
Might be full action if she didn't take the feat.
I think it says in the.
It's a heavy, right?
It is a heavy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is a heavy crossbow.
I think it says in the if you have the thing that I wrote up.
I
in
have
front
it.
of you,
It says,
No, doesn't say.
you
I'll
cannot.
let you. I'll let you do it for the first shot, no matter what. We'll do that right now.
Okay,
You can
well,
shoot
as a
it.
bonus action, it says as a bonus action, I can put in a healing bolt. So
Right.
that is what makes me think I can shoot it on this round
makes sense.
because it would
Yes.
not be a bonus action to put in a healing bolt if I couldn't shoot it.
Right.
Loading is just she can only use it once per round.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And I only have one healing bolt per long rest. Anyway.
Great,
Sorry.
thank
this
you.
Is, so Lily is going to see what has happened to Kahima, and clearly she's not well. So I will, in a panic, whip out the crossbow, add in as my bonus action a
Ollie.
healing bolt,
Poor
and
Ollie.
point it and shoot it at her. She's close range.
Lily, don't forget that your necklace
Stacking.
also works on the healing bolt. Anything that you do that causes healing, you can double with the necklace.
Oh,
Oh
right,
my
yeah.
gosh. How about the necklace?
Right. No, I'm
Yeah, the
wearing
necklace
it for
is
so
awesome.
long. Okay, so I'll necklace my healing bolt.
Yeah. I mean, basically,
Is that
it
the
just
proper way to
it
say
just
it?
doubles your ability to heal in any manner, right? If you're the one who is, inflicting the heal on someone, then you're able to double it by.
I haven't taken
grasping it.
advantage of that enough because, in the heat of battle, I forget. Okay, so then I have to shoot. I have to hit her, correct?
That's right.
Okay. Okay.
And you actually do damage to her, but then immediately heal.
You do. You will knock her
I'm
unconscious
gonna
and then heal.
Oh my god.
I'll grasp my necklace and my healing bolt as I'm putting out my bipod in the middle of this.
Yeah, you whip it out and slam it down, and it unfolds, and that cool bipod hits the ground, and you've got this cool little turret almost. Yeah.
Kahima, I will not let you go down without me have a ride on that bat first. Okay.
All right, you have advantage from Lily Dumblestuck fan.
Thank you so
anybody-
much.
If Eddie's gonna put you down, it's gonna be me.
Oh my God.
If you want extra super advantage,
Okay.
I mean, I like that comment. That was a pretty good comment, but I can let you choose whether you want
Oh.
to risk it or not.
Yeah. I want to risk it.
All right.
Really? If you get a 1, then you do
one.
damage.
I want super advantage because I didn't roll well and everything. Okay.
Oh no. Her AC's really low.
Don't worry, I didn't get a 1, but I didn't roll great. 14?
That hit.
Yeah, that
Fiona?
hits.
That's the highest I rolled.
Wow.
My AC is 14.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
so she hits.
That
would be-
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do the regular
Damn.
crossbow damage and then the healing bolt damage, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So you take 11 points of damage. Which
Oh
is
my god.
Knocks
Okay,
her
it's okay.
unconscious.
She's
technically kills
knocked unconscious for a
you.
moment and then immediately healed.
Okay, and then I haven't used this in so long. 4d10 plus 4,
Oh my god. Damn is down.
Yeah, but it's
Is that
it's
doubled or is that
It's
not
doubled.
and it'll be doubled. No, that's
Yeah.
not doubled.
8.
That's
Oh my
just
god, what? That's so
8d10.
much healing. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
back at full health.
okay. 6. 6. Oh, 9. Sorry, dyslexic.
15,
3,
18,
9
27 times
Plus-
2 is
plus 4.
31.
31.
So 62 healing points.
Yeah. So what you see is happens is
Wait, is this that Pulp Fiction moment where they take out the syringe and stick it into Uma Thurman's chest and she sits up?
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
from a distance.
what you see
I'm
is
2 hit points away from full health.
Lily tosses her
Wow.
heavy crossbow out in front of you, It lands with a thud. She immediately infuses the bolt with healing energy, grasps her necklace in front of her, squeezes it. You see her entire body start to glow. She fires at Fahima, who is covered in this pus and ooze, laying on the floor, heaving, injured. The pus itself searing into her skin, and you see the bolt travel across the battlefield, pierce the ooze, and stick into Fahima, and she goes, feeling much better, stands straight up.
I just want the bolt sticking out of her chest, just like the syringe in Pulp Fiction. She's just looking around, and there's a bolt. That's terrifying.
Does this intimidate the pus monster?
All right, so does that complete your turn, Lily?
I'll scream out to these monsters and thinking that they might have a brain and be like, "Your spit only makes us stronger!"
I love it.
That's good. Sounds good.
All right, Speed Demon turn. 5,
here it
10,
comes.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Here it
40,
comes.
50, 55, 60, 65, 70. No
Come at me, bro.
problem.
It
It's-
hits me again.
boom, it's going to hit you twice. It is I have advantage from Dire Nair, countered by Fenderil.
Okay, got it.
And first one, ooh, very low, is a 10.
Miss. Obviously.
Second one, ooh, it's much higher. That's going to hit 17 plus plot. It's like
That's a
20
hit.
something. Okay, so that's 2, and it is going to do one of them hits. So that is, I rolled another 4. 4 plus 6 is 10 points of piercing damage, and then
It takes 25 points of cold damage.
Wow.
And if it starts to run away from me, I'm going to try to mind sliver it again.
Mind Sliver!
All you had to do was do that, and you would have gotten advantage.
I know,
All
right?
right,
Well,
that's
I don't
true.
have to roll. I don't get to roll, unfortunately. But yeah,
Yeah, it's going to try to run over to Lily, but you can try to Mind Sliver it.
mind sliver. Yes.
All right.
I'm standing by a giant bipod.
So I need to roll something, right?
Intelligence
Yeah.
saving.
Right. Intelligence saving throw. I have advantage from Falstar, countered by Fenderil. Intelligence saving throw. Ooh, an 18.
Come on, man. No. Okay, you saved. Nothing.
That's the one that got hit by the guiding bolt as well, right?
Yeah, it is very close to dead, this one, but it is not
Okay.
dead. It runs over to Lily and it attacks her with its third multi-attack. These things just zipping around, moving very, very fast. I have advantage from Changebox, countered by Fenderil. This is an 18 to hit. I'm assuming it's a hit.
Yeah, but it's
On Lily.
That
Yeah.
is 9 points of piercing damage to Lily.
Ouch.
is it gonna
All
run
right.
away from Lily?
It is going to run away from Lily.
I'm gonna stab it again.
All right.
This time I wipe not ketchup, but the blood of its fellow speed demon off.
Indistinguishable from ketchup.
Which Lily makes note of.
All right, so
Demon ketchup.
you have Lily. You have advantage on your attack from a jar full of bees.
Thank you, a jar full of bees. I'll take it. I need it. Oh, nat 20!
Get it.
That'll probably take
You
it out.
deserve it after 62 points of healing in one round.
Oh
Yeah,
my
for
goodness,
real.
thank you. Okay, 1d4 plus 3. Okay.
2d4 plus 3. 'Cause
Yeah.
So double
Crit.
it. So I got a 3, so 9 points of damage.
All right, and as this thing turns, it slices into you. You pull the dagger out, wipe the other blood off, and jab it right in the neck. This thing tries to run away, and it slides to the ground. You've killed it.
Woo!
Nice. Good job.
Yes, daggered. I daggered successfully.
Daggered it.
You daggered it.
All right.
feel
so
like
we're up
that's
It's like
to-
the
eating
first-
dinner.
Oh wait, this one
I
still
would
has
like to
go,
know
right?
when the last time Lily critted on an attack was. If
Yeah.
Ever.
I don't
Or
think
did she?
so.
How many times she's done the killing
Ever.
blow? I don't know how many times she's done the killing blow.
Probably
Yeah,
not the, but
often,
literally,
not
like
many.
Lily almost never rolls attacks. So
It's
yeah.
true. I really don't. I don't have options to.
Dagger.
This thing is
Dagger it.
Man, I feel like this thing is going to be just as dumb and run up to this,
Dagger it, bro.
that guy.
Come on. That's
Yeah.
why
Dagger
I
it.
cast this spell.
Dagger it.
I have advantage from change box countered for a Jew from IT on the first attack, which is a dirty 20. The second attack
Hit.
is a 16. Oh, actually, I have
That
an
hits
advantage.
also.
It's even more, yeah. I have advantage from change box on that second one. All right, so those both hits. The first one does 7 points of damage. The second one does 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh, okay. Well, it takes 50 points of cold damage, but the armor is gone now.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
That one-shots it.
0.
Freezes solid.
Yeah, it slashes at you twice, and then shatters in a million pieces of frozen ice. Dead.
I'm not doing great.
All right, that brings us to Civ's turn.
Glad that worked.
All right, well, absolutely no point being stealthy now. I jump out of the tree, drawing both my blades, and I'm going to turn back and say, I said back up, not go forward. Then I'm going to jump on this thing and climb it with my dagger and my short sword. So I'm just going to go.
Oh my.
This is a
Sorry.
very large, bulbous beast that undulates and pulsates. As you touch it, as you get on it, it squishes underneath you, excreting. And it actually
Good word.
has.
Good word.
Thank you.
It's just, yeah.
All about the vocab
Katie
words
Michaels
today.
takes 4
So
points
a creature
Psychic damage.
that touches the pus beast
The
must
puss
succeed
monster.
must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving
no.
throw.
Do I do that
straight
after
roll.
my attack or before my attack?
I guess you could do it after. Yeah, it's when you touch it, so it
Okay.
theoretically would happen at the same time. So
Yeah.
Okay. So which would you like
but
me to
it's a
do
reaction to him touching it.
yeah, why don't we just roll it now since we're talking about it and
Okay.
see what happens.
first? Advantage, disadvantage.
Your straight roll, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Not good. 6 on my Constitution save.
That does not save. So you will
Okay.
take. Oh, you have contracted a disease.
Awesome.
And now you take
Oh, no.
8 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. And I'm assuming I can't uncanny dodge that because it's not an attack, right? It's a
Right.
reaction.
It's just literally just touching this thing. Yeah.
Got it.
But now you can roll your attack.
Okay. Well, my first attack was a nat 20, although I didn't roll or ask if I had advantage or not.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Unless you want to. Unless you want to do something fun.
Well, I
got
don't
a
need
nat
it 'cause I
20
got a nat
already.
20. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my second attack, which is my bonus action to attack. What's the advantage or disadvantage situation on that?
As far as I'm concerned, you are free and clear.
Straight rolls. Okay.
Yes.
Did you sneak attack?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
My first
You did?
attack would always be sneak attack. Yeah.
As a
When you
swashbuckler.
do so, again, Uggo touches a candle and a prayer goes out and he says, The flame must flicker but should never die. Tell me how much you roll in sneak attack damage.
It's gonna be a lot because I critted.
Just the just the sneak attack though. Just the sneak attack dice.
Okay, so just the sneak attack dice alone
Yep.
is 13 plus 14, so
27.
27. That's just sneak attack.
Okay, so that's what I want to know. So Uggo's using his channel divinity, which he got with as an oath, called Civ. If you recall, you were one of the choices that Uggo made at the beginning of the day. And because he chose you, he gets the option as a reaction, something called malleable resilience. As a reaction, when a rogue within 30 feet of you attacks with sneak attack, assign temporary hit points to any creature within 30 feet, equal to the result of the attack's sneak attack dice. So Morgan gained 27 temporary hit points.
Okay.
However, I also take half of that damage.
So 13. Wow.
So I take 13 damage, and you get 27 temporary.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
by the
I don't
way,
know how
these
you
are-
want that to manifest, or
Yeah,
I figured
so,
something like
Yeah, this glowing illumination rises from you and also starts to illuminate James as well. You see this connection. There's something internally that almost creates a bond, a flickering flame inside both of you. And James, you feel that flame almost nourish you and replenish you and make you feel like you can go farther and do more than you normally would, beyond your own health. By the way, these are both reactions, and therefore only are possible because we had started a new round after his last channel divinity. So I just want to be clear with the audience how that works.
The last one was just an oath spell that's a reaction. This was a new round and the channel divinity. Yep.
Right.
Got it.
So how much damage did I do on just sneak attack?
27.
27.
Okay. So I did another 20 points of damage with just that first attack.
So 47 points of damage?
47 on my first attack. And then my bonus action, I'm going to stab it again, which also, I believe, hit. 16 plus 10 is 26.
Yes.
And that's just a short sword for 8 more points of damage.
All
55.
right.
How bad does it look?
Surprisingly, not that bad. I mean, it definitely, as you're stabbing it, you see pus ooze out of it. But again, you feel awful, almost like you've contracted something just by touching it and putting your hands on it. You feel something in your skin, under your fur that seems to have gotten in your veins almost. This horrible rotting, this feeling of rotting from the inside out.
Okay. I'm going to action surge then, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be standing.
Right.
So I'll attack it again, but this time I'll wave my hand over the blade for booming blade.
All right.
Advantage, disadvantage, just flat roll, right?
Flat roll.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. 18 plus 10 is 28.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. So D8 plus D6 plus a D4. That would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15 more points of damage.
Holy moly.
And then it's also going to be wrapped up in the sonic energy or the thunder energy of Booming Blade.
Okay.
And then I will back up to Lily, if I can get my character. I will back up to Lily and drop down to my knees in front of her. And just stare up at her. I do not feel so well. That's my turn.
And Lily, you can see in his face almost the veins in his neck and the undersides of his jowls start to pulse and blacken. You see the individual veins. It's almost spreading up into his cheekbones under his face. It looks very bad.
Oof.
That brings us to James' turn, and then Fahima.
Okay, all right. Looking around and not seeing any of these speed demons. They seem to be done. Feeling the surge of this temporary health from Uggo. Looking around and I see these two giant, disgusting things advancing on us. I'm really sick of demons. And I'm going to cast 5th level banishment to try to banish them both.
Whoa! Okay, all right. I need to roll
charisma saving throws on both.
Charisma! All right.
They're super handsome.
Yeah.
Turns
Charisma
out they're
on
both
the
fantastic
pussy.
at parties.
You literally contracted disease when you touch them. They're just the best. I do have some advantages, though. I have advantage from Changebox and advantage from Hadrian X on these. So there you go for that. Oh, first roll's a 4. Second roll's an 8.
Yes.
All right, that's the first one. The second one I also have advantage on. Oh, that's an 18 already. And a 5. The 18
Is
saves,
it minus anything? But what's
It's minus
charisma
1.
out of?
It's minus 1.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the first one of them goes away and the other one saves because a 16 was what it needed to be.
I'm guessing you want to remove the one that's been not damaged at all.
I mean, yeah, if you'll allow me to choose, yes, yes,
Yeah,
clearly.
I think that's fair.
Then I will use my movement to back away.
All right, so you see this thing go whoop, pop out of existence, and the other one that's still pulsing and undulating, it
Get away.
seems to resist.
Get away from it. And I'm concentrating and holding the banishment then on that other one, trying to keep away from it. So I don't want to lose it because I don't want that thing to pop back up. So yeah.
Right.
So backing up, you see me running away, basically holding concentration on banishment.
Fahima, you are up. You have now, you're feeling like $1 million after Lily's infusion of health. What would you like to do?
So Civ is on top of this creature right now?
Not anymore. No.
Yeah,
I got off of it. When I got sick,
He ran
I
over
stabbed
to-
it a couple more times and then ran away.
Yeah, ran over to Lily and kind of collapsed at her feet.
Okay. Fireball or Phoenix Fire Strike? What do we want to do?
What were the two options?
Fireball or Phoenix Fire Strike? I think Phoenix Fire Strike has a higher damage average, so we're gonna go with that. Why not? Let's just test it out.
All right. You have
Me?
advantage. You have advantage from
Wizard be
Hadrian X.
min-maxing.
But that means I have to teleport. Oh, I can teleport.
You can.
I don't
You have the
to.
option. Yeah.
Okay, good. I will
You can
not
stay
be
put.
doing that.
You have advantage from Hadrian X countered by Fail Waffle.
Oh, right. And it's a
Meat
ranged
gets
spell
the
attack.
disease.
Oh, so Fireball is an auto hit.
Well, it's a
Correct.
saving throw.
It's a
Yeah.
saving
it's a
throw to see if you
saving
can have it.
throw. Oh, I've been
But
rolling
we'll-
garbage tonight, though.
Probably.
I'm gonna go Fireball.
Yeah,
I've
we
been
don't know what
rolling
this
so bad.
thing's AC is either.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna roll the hit on it for Fireball.
So you actually send
Natural 20!
me natural 20.
Are you kidding? Are you
Well, you
kidding?
don't.
You don't,
don't
roll
have
the
to
hit
roll
on
You don't roll
attack.
for fireball.
Yeah,
though.
you don't roll for Fireball. You would roll for the Phoenix one. Roll for the Phoenix. Say that you cast the Phoenix
All
Fire
right.
Strike.
Beep! I'm feeling
fine.
lucky. Let's go.
It's fine with me.
Yeah, you are so kind. You are
You're
so
very
kind.
After all of that. I was like, why is she rolling? It's fireball.
Yeah, it's like it's
He almost-
fireball.
I got
He almost-
confused.
Steal somebody's natural 20.
Yeah, for sure. I like
He
I
almost
said.
killed her with pus earlier. It's only
Hats
fair.
off to you. I was definitely rewarding you for that. That was a good one. I believe in that. That was awesome.
All right.
So, let's see, 16 plus 12
28,
plus 7,
35.
35.
and then I need to roll one more.
Yes.
Another 10.
45.
Oh!
And that's doubled. And that's
You-
doubled.
Do you do double dice on a
Double
spell attack?
dice. Right?
I think you
90
do.
points. 90
Wait.
points of damage.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
This was a roll to double the dice, but you can double it too.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same thing.
There's no way this thing is surrounding either of that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
You
wake
see-
up, at first I do the whole like thing, and then I'm sending in Meep like a missile.
Yeah, you point and Meep flies, her wings outstretched, and she arrives, tagging this thing, marking it as you disappear in a puff of flame and reappear right next to it, fire exploding in its face, and you ignite this whole beast, this large pulsating blob that sits there. It goes up. You see the pus bubbling and oozing all around it, boiling itself alive as it perishes in front of you. And that is how the fight ends. Congratulations, you've all defeated the monsters, and you sit there in the cover of night, heaving, having been attacked
I will
like this.
immediately do lesser restoration on Zed.
Wait.
See.
Wait.
What?
I can do this. And Uggo places his hands on Civ's face, looks him in the eyes, and says, "The Candle Queen and I love you. And I will convert 5 lay on hands points to cure disease."
Oh.
Does it work?
That's
Normal.
Yeah, that's
Magical-
part of
That's
Yep.
That's
That's
what
a
my
normal
hands do.
thing with lay on hands does. Yep.
No, I know that. I'm just saying I
But,
don't know
yeah, I
if
don't know if it
Jeff's
works.
disease
That's
is
just-
like a super
Yeah,
super
Just
powerful.
what I do. Yeah, yeah.
Olsvach.
It's a new strand.
No, it is a
Plus-
disease
plus
that can be
monster
cured by
disease.
lesser restoration. Yes, you can remove
Gross.
disease, and
Plus.
you feel that blackness, that contagion that is in your veins. You feel it start to recede. That necrotic infusion that somehow got under your skin. It starts to recede, and you feel it drain out of you, and you restore your sense of calm and health.
Necrotic Infusion was my favorite Ozzy Osbourne album. I'm sorry, go ahead.
A good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm gonna stand up and
Amy
lower my head
Dagar was mine.
and put a hand on Uggo's shoulders. Thank you, my friend. I do not know if I deserved it, but thank you.
Oh, you stop that. I can't cure that with lay on hands.
Let us go see if the birds and the horse and the bear survived.
They're all right.
When I checked 12 seconds ago, they were fine.
12 seconds ago.
That's fine.
I don't want to lose another bird.
Lily,
Yeah.
I owe you a drink.
Oh my goodness.
That was incredible.
Fahima, you still have the bolt sticking out of your chest.
Here you go.
Oh,
Jeff, I'm going to go examine one of the speed demons.
it's not ketchup.
Just general survival, like it's clearly a demon, but has it been eating? Like, what does it appear to, general
it's-
kind of just what's going on?
Yeah, roll me a survival check. As far as I'm concerned, you have a straight roll.
All right. Ooh. Survival's +5. 24.
All right, so you walk over to one of these things. They're very small. They've got long claws and big fangs, beady red eyes, a sort of bluish tint to their leathery skin. And you kneel down and look at this thing. It is very clearly a demon. There's no mistaking it. And you start poking around, checking what it's eaten. It seems to have, it's got blood from some of your friends under its claws. It also seems to have bits of feather in its maw, like its cheeks stuffed with bits of things that it didn't clean out at any point. It looks like it's been feasting on critters from the forest. You're able to discern that it's certainly been living around here for a while. Other than that, I don't know what else you would be wanting to find out.
The only other thing is, do we still have pieces of the urn?
I believe so, right? You didn't get rid of them.
No.
Oh, yeah. No, we have them.
I think they're in the bag of holding, right?
Yeah, I would have those.
Sev, can you get one of the pieces of the urn?
I hold it between my two fingers. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm going to put it next, close to each one. I'm going to start with the speed demon, but then go to the big burned one too.
And just as you saw before in the shadow of Sky Scorcher Peak, the urns, the little shard, the tiny shard of the urn starts to have a faint blue glow when you get it close to these creatures.
Jeff, I'm going to activate Divine Sense.
Okay.
Does the urn ping? It's either celestial, can detect good and evil. It detects celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
I would say no, you do not detect celestial, fiend, or undead.
Cool.
You certainly detect fiend within 30 feet, but not from the
Right, clearly
shard.
within feet.
Yeah,
Right, I knew that. I knew that. Okay. And definitely the big one is also a fiend.
Indeed.
Cool. Both
Actually, I think
demons.
that one's an abomination, technically.
Oh, really? Is it? Okay. So it's not a
Or
fiend.
monstrosity.
Not a
Gross.
demon.
What?
That is not a demon.
How do you know?
It is not fiend like this thing. Not same.
Point of order. If I banished it and it's not a demon, it comes back after a minute.
Abominations still can go to a different plane if they're abominations, but if it's a
Only if-
monstrosity, it would come back.
That's just me being dumb. I mean, these are
No,
all.
no, they're demons. Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay,
All right.
okay,
Yes. Okay.
okay.
If it's from
Right,
another
right.
plane, you can still banish it regardless, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
What? Yes. Yeah. Right. Okay.
It only returns if it's from this plane.
Right. Right.
And if it's not from this plane, then it can still not be a demon and not from this plane.
Jeff, I am
Right.
going to still go check on the birds and the horse and the bear.
Sure.
I just want to make sure that we don't lose another one. So I'm going to go over there.
Okay. You walk over, and they do seem to be agitated and shaking, the birds at least.
Yeah, I'll feed him and brush him and try to calm him down as much as possible.
Yeah.
Jeff, I'm going to take that piece of ceramic,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to cut the flesh of the dead speed demon with it.
Okay. It takes some doing because the leathery skin is a little tough, and the ceramic, while sharp,
Isn't sharp.
a blade, right?
Right.
So you have to really work at it, but you manage to do it. There doesn't seem to be any kind of magical property with regard to
Yeah,
that.
that was just trying to
Yeah.
see like what kind of effect is it, just a scientific experiment kind of stuff.
Sure.
So, from that, Uggo seems and can I keep this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, it's fine.
I'm going to start ritual casting Liamon's tiny hut to give us a safe place. We won't be able to fit the animals in it, but it's better than nothing for tonight.
All right.
You should burn bodies.
Are we staying here?
Can we at least get one of the animals inside? Otherwise, I think we should move from this position before we set up another camp.
Seems
it
a bit
night?
dangerous here.
It's still very late at night.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was middle of the night.
I didn't know if it was middle of the night or like close to morning, I guess.
We can move. All right. I don't know. I mean, yeah. We can keep moving for a
I
little
think
bit.
it would be best for the animals if we at least get away from the stench.
Good idea. Okay.
Jeff, after she burned it, I'm assuming there's no more like pus or any of that material that's left.
The one is banished, and one is just kind of a boiled mess. Disgusting stuff.
Is there any of the left that was on her? Like, could I gather some samples of it on her, like that was on them?
Yes, but if you touch it, you could contract the disease
That's fine.
as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. I will attempt that.
All right. So then roll me your Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You do have... Oh, no, straight roll.
Constitution saving throw, +6.
Yep.
11.
11 is not enough. You contract...
Joke's on you, I'm immune to disease!
Paladins.
Oh boy.
Level 3 too. I got it this
I was
this
gonna
level.
say, I can't remember when you get it.
Paladins just
Yeah.
rolling in filth.
Hey, I
Completely
noticed that
unaffected.
we got a balloon for Force of Evil from Shiny 8-Bit Boo. Thank you, Shiny.
Yay!
Team Force of Good still crushing it this week. 79%. Team Force of Evil at 21%.
And then Uggo presents the vial to Fahima. Got some of the snot you got on you.
Is this for observation?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm still pulling it out of the crevices of my clothing here.
It also seems that the fast ones eat chickens.
The fast ones, they eat chickens, you say?
Yeah.
How do you figure?
Its cheeks are full of feathers. Chickens are fast. So are they. Makes sense to me.
Were those animal feathers?
Yeah, I think Uggo saw feathers that he would attribute to being, wildlife, birds of the forest, or some. Yeah, I don't know about chickens exactly, but I think Uggo knows. Ron knows.
Forest chickens.
Forest chickens? Yeah.
Forest chickens. Yeah.
Uggo,
Quail.
Quail.
Well, this is probably a terrible idea, but
What?
we really need to find out where these are coming from. If we had the time and the health to track them.
Perhaps if we
Like, can we
get
throw
to
portal or
Uggo's
something?
mother, she will know.
There's other ways.
Idea, actually. We
But
got
yes.
room in the bag for a dead demon?
I
like that idea.
suppose.
Okay. Jeff,
Can
I
we
go
take-
grab one of the speed
Can we-
demons.
Can we take
Okay.
the one that I killed?
Sure.
Sure. Did you
I
want to
feel
name it?
responsible
And I hold
for
it up.
its life now. I feel like
You want a speedy or like?
I'm gonna name it ketchup.
Well, put ketchup in the bag and let's go.
When naming dead demons, now never mind. Can we gather the animals and move, please?
Yes.
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 What do you call the slowest speed demon?
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Man, oh man. So many dad jokes tonight.
I
Aw,
do
that was
want.
solid. That was solid.
That was
That
solid.
was
That's very good.
I want
Very good.
to
Yes.
conjure a coconut cup
Oh.
and fill it with water from my flask, and then use prestidigitation to flavor it like a tropical drink, not the pine rumple, because Lily's allergic, right? Like Katie. And chill it with prestidigitation, make it really nice. Serve it to Lily. This is for you. You deserve it. I don't have any rum for it, but it should taste good all the same.
Thank you.
Siv just
so
walks
much.
by and pours some booze into it real quick and just keeps walking. Doesn't even stop. Just blub blub blub. Keeps walking.
That was incredible. You killed a demon and you saved me from death.
You were doing an incredible thing on that bat.
Oh no! Don't even pretend. That was outrageously dumb.
I don't think
But it
so.
was fun.
I don't think there's any way for you to know that that thing was going to spit at you in such
Yeah.
a giant way.
That was new. I'll admit I haven't done much research on demons. They're not my favorite.
Yeah, me either. But I thought you handled it well, and I'm happy you're okay. And honestly, I thought maybe you were going to be a danger to yourself when I healed you because you were very excited.
Yeah, I was. Could feel my blood running through my veins. Oh, hot and pulsing, just ready to explode.
Did somebody say power?
I just want to say, Theme, I think that's like a last resort thing that we do that.
No, I wouldn't expect you to. Yeah. Yep, I won't purposefully. I'll stay out of trouble.
Okay, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, thank you so much. Oh, I learned how to do prestidigitation.
You did?
Yeah.
Show me.
Okay.
Can we reach the new place of camp first? Can we do this on
We're
the move?
walking. We're walking and casting.
Okay,
walking.
Walking and drinking and casting.
We need to decompress, James.
I totally agree. I just
Oh.
want to sit down and do it in a safe place.
I said-
Also, now
I
that
said-
you all got prestidigitation, can we get daily showers on the regular?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you clean me, I'll clean him. We'll do it sort of a train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're always doing it for all of us, and I thought it might be helpful. And I've been
Yeah,
watching
thank
you do it for so long now, so.
Ah.
All right, so everybody's moving. We're moving through the night. Everybody's is walking through the night.
Probably for like at least a couple hours or so. Not. I mean, we should finish.
We just
our
need to
long rest
find.
at
Yeah,
some
we
point.
just need to find another defensible position. So
All right.
we'll travel until we can find an area that is easily defendable.
You move for a couple of hours and find another place to get some shut eye. The night has been interrupted, so difficult for you to get 8 full hours unless you guys sleep past dawn, which you're more than able to do.
We can do
Sleeping
that.
in.
I will cast Tiny Hut to give us some protection, even though it'll keep us right by the animals.
Okay.
But yes.
Well,
So
we could cast 2 if the animals can fit.
15-foot tall birds. I think it's only got a certain ceiling. I don't think so.
How big is Leoman's tiny hut?
It says it fits like 8 or 10 people, I think.
10-foot radius dome. That would fit maybe one bird.
Yeah. Well, each of those is a large
One
creature. so-
crouching bird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Buddy just sits inside the
Buddy
tent.
can get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a-
you could sleep inside the hut with Buddy, Fahima.
I
I'll
would
steal it.
say I would say we probably sleep past dawn to get a full night's rest.
Okay.
If we're gonna try and
Yeah.
like.
Is
Yeah,
anybody holding watch? Obviously, James doesn't have to sleep, but is
Yeah.
anybody doing watch?
I mean, I think we should still take the same
Yeah.
turns that we were going
Right.
to take because the animals still
Fine.
need to be protected. So
All
yeah,
right.
Well,
Yes.
Siv, you probably should sleep.
yes, I will take a short rest. Yes,
I can stand watch for now.
All right.
Okay.
I will say this: when the sun rises in the morning, we should probably double time it to Uggo's mama, because it is so dangerous for us to be out here.
Human mama.
Human mama,
Well,
yes.
Also, let's not forget that, I mean, it was this morning that I spoke to Torvald, and he's
not
time
well.
is of
Yes.
the essence.
Yes,
So
I
yeah.
have thought of this. Yes. So we
All
should
right.
probably press the animals tomorrow.
Agreed.
All right. So you do make it through the night. Those of you who sleep for 8 hours can take your benefits of a long rest, heal, and restore your spell slots. The next morning, you all start moving rather quickly. Are you moving in the same way, or has anything changed now that you've had brush with these demons?
I probably won't go as far away from the group as I normally do, but I would still like to scout out in front of us because I don't want to be ambushed.
Right.
Actually, in the morning before we set off, Civ,
Yes.
there's something I can do now with my Book of Shadows that I think is going to be valuable, since you are the first. You often, go out on your own, or stealth or something like that. And this is going to sound strange, but would you please sign this book, and I will be able to cast Sending to you without expending any energy.
He just stands there and stares at you.
We can't keep splitting the party without having, and I'm limited in my communication abilities. I can remove your name whenever you like.
Which name?
Whatever name you'd like to go by, I guess.
He whips out a pen and just stands there and stares at you.
I hold up the book kind of awkwardly.
He writes Sivrak in the book. He puts the pen away. And then he gets on the horse and starts to ride northeast.
And so it goes as Civ rides out ahead trying to scout, and the rest of you moving the animals at a quicker pace through this next day. Civ, actually roll me a perception check. It is a straight roll as far as I'm concerned.
Much better. 18 plus 7, 25.
25. Okay, so at a certain point during that next day, as you guys are moving northeast, heading toward, as Uggo recommends, guiding you toward where he remembers. Up ahead, Civ, at a certain point, you see more demons moving, but they're not moving in the way that you've ever seen these demons move. They move with purpose, and they move coordinated. Because you rolled a 25,
yeah,
you get really still and you watch them as you know that you have a moment before you have to alert the rest of the team. And as you watch them sort of moving away from you, quite a ways away, your keen perception, you realize that these are not demons, that they are orcs wearing demon skins, dressed in demon skins, a hunting party out dressed in demon skin. Awesome. You watch them pass through the forest, and you stay quiet and you stay silent, and they move away from where you're heading.
As in, like, they killed a demon, skinned it, and they're wearing it?
Yep. Not just one, a bunch, all of them wearing these leathery demon skins.
Like the speed demons that we saw?
Not necessarily. A variety of different types of things. As you've now fought a number of different creatures like this, you're noting that even these aren't consistent, but they are, each one seems to be almost in disguise as a demon wearing the skin of a creature like the ones you fought on a number of occasions of that same type.
Can I get an accurate head count?
There's at least 6 or 8 of them. It's clearly a hunting party.
I see. So it's a small troop. It's not like a squad.
Exactly. Not like a whole battalion, but it is a smaller hunting party.
Can I tell which direction they came from and which direction they're going?
They seem to be moving more east, directly east than you are. You guys are moving north, so it looks like your paths are diverging. but they definitely seem to have come from the northern area, but now they're kind of moving directly east through the forest.
Like along the river, essentially.
Yeah, you're not there yet, but it would get to the river if they kept going that direction, yes.
Okay. All right, I'll head back.
All right.
I'll get up to whoever's in the front of the line. We have a small problem. I saw orcs, 6 hunting party wearing demon skins. I think they are hunting the demons.
Yeah, I thought about doing that back there with speed demons, but we didn't have the time.
We only
Right.
have one skin between all of us.
Yeah. Smart. Sounds like Braca.
That means that they are not friends with the demons, though.
No.
I don't think anyone really is. I don't know.
Well, the Ashen Mage can control demons, yes?
Well, we know she can control the one.
Control is a strange word. I think she can
Trapped
set
it.
them. I think she can set them loose, or she can imprison them. I don't think they do her bidding. If they do, it's not for very long. If I know how demon summoning spells work,
And that's not how friendship works for sure.
for sure.
Can
Wait.
any of you control demons?
I can summon them and control one for a short time.
If I break all his arms and legs and put it in a collar, yes.
I'm wondering if there's a way that we could trap one of these demons and question it to figure out why it is here and what it is doing.
Does anyone speak Infernal?
I do. Well, no, I speak Abyssal, which is, as you've seen before. I could try also that contacting the other plane spell again, and they might know something about the demons. I've been meaning to ask them. I'm just worried about casting that spell again. It's very risky.
It is not worth it right now, but perhaps in the future.
Mhm.
Based on where they were going, do you feel like they're going to cross our paths, or can we still get to hear
No,
what
they are going. They came from the north. I think they came from Thorn, and they are going east along the river. So as long
War
as
party or hunting
Hunting.
party?
hunting party. So as long as we veer a little bit to the west and north, we should be able to avoid them. Although I don't know where Uggo's human mama is. We have not reached the river yet.
Thought it would be 2 days, right? And so either tonight or early tomorrow, hopefully.
She is close to river, so should be towards end of travel.
Did
Then
you
we
see
should-
the river?
We should push because I have not seen the river. Even when we are higher elevation, I don't see it.
Okay.
So we should push the animals.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. And so you do. You move, being careful not to run into any creatures or hunting parties. Civ scouting ahead and eagle-eyed, looking to make sure that you remain unknown moving through these woods. You veer west and take a big swath away from where you saw the orcs moving through. And you keep heading north.
Sorry. I will remind everyone, by the way, it's like, remember though, I did try to talk to some of the dead demons before, and they're not much help.
I see.
Questioning a demon is a fool's errand.
Are some demons smarter than others, though? If we came across one
Yes.
that was smart, like a demon leader, perhaps it would be worth our while to try to force it to talk.
Possibly. Could work. We'll keep an eye out for the smarter ones. I don't know, though. Sorry, keep moving.
Eventually, you do reach the river, and Uggo starts to assume the leadership of the group, pushing you and guiding you along the river's edge. Uggo, you definitely recognize this area very keenly, and you know it's not far to where you're headed.
As we get closer, Uggos, you can see he's visibly getting more and more excited and happy as they travel.
You follow the river, all of you being led by Uggo, and he follows the river's edge, and you continue as the day wanes, the sun getting a little lower in the sky, Uggo follows that river and follows that river, and all of you splashing a bit on the side, keeping the animals out. There is a moment where you're even able to ford the river, move across a shallow bit and get across it where it thins and it becomes a mere trickle. Uggo guides you across the river onto the other side, but he stays close, hugs its shore, its bank, and continues along that edge for several hours. There's a jagged rock face on your right, a flowing river on your left. And finally, after a few hours of repetitive travel like this, you all arrive at what appears to be an inaccessible part of the river's edge. Dense foliage blocks your path, extending from the rocky outcrop of the mountainside on your right. Thick vines, clusters of large trees, their roots extending, exposed and jumbled together, their branches tall and drooping. It seems like you'll have to double back. But Uggo searches along this thick mat of jungle at the river's edge until he finds a section of leaves laying flat against the tree line. He pulls at it, and it actually peels back as if pressed together and crafted to be a blockade. Pulling it back reveals a pathway through this dense foliage. Beyond the tree line that you move into, a grove widens out under the rocks. It's not quite a cave. It's more like a massive shelf of rock that juts out over your heads. And the river trickles through here, and it's much darker for a while as you make your way along the water's edge. Then all of you see something as you continue walking. As the sky opens up in this hidden oasis, cut off beyond the river. An isolated, hidden refuge tucked into and under the rocks. A grotto, jam-packed with mineral deposits and crystals all along the underside of the stone. They add a dull color above and below. And there is a structure built in here. A habitat complete with gardens growing food, wooden traps set on the river's edge to catch fish, and complex tubing to collect and disperse rainwater. And there are people here as well. Humans, it seems, in simple flowing smocks, tending the garden and collecting samples from apparatuses set up all around. And a tall woman with long strands of graying auburn hair stands in the middle of them. She turns, seeing you approach, and she stands upright. She sees Uggo. She looks at him and she says, "Oh no." And that's where we'll end tonight.
Oh.
Did not see that coming.
I have goosebumps again.
How dare you?
Jeff, you get
Didn't see that
advantage.
coming.
Oh, Jeff. Oh. Oh,
Wow.
man. That's
All right,
awesome.
So they're in simple smocks? Like the humans are just hanging out in smocks?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And
And they're
I'm
in- they're in
guessing
this-
Civ's never heard of this before. Like he's been to Thorn, but he's never heard of like a little encampment of humans that are hanging out. Okay.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm
The-
so excited for
Me
next
too.
week. Great description.
The Comorancy, you said it was called? The Comorancy?
Yeah.
Amazing.
At long last, we get to meet
Oh,
Uggo's
no.
backstory.
Oh,
That's
that's
what my
amazing.
mom says when I show up at home.
Yeah, really. Oh no, what went wrong? What's going on?
Oh boy.
You
All
only come
right.
here when something terrible happened.
They all look at Uggo, and the sound of a palm smacking a forehead is reverberates.
Oh,
throughout the
no.
entire-
Uggo holding his laundry, like, what?
Hey!
All right, so I hope you tune in next week and see where we pick up the story, because I think it's going to be pretty fun. But as we've said, we are made possible by our patrons at patreon.com/thedungeonrun. And we are so grateful to all of the support that makes this show possible. You have heard some of the cool things that we offer, including stat blocks for characters, special bonus video and content, extra shows we even do every single week. So I hope you check that out. But one of the coolest things is at the very top level, we have Team Force of Good and Team Force of Evil. And we honor the folks that give us, support us at that level by reading their names out at the end of every episode. But we don't just do it in the normal way. No. We make it a game. And that game is influenced by you, our patrons. We will roll a die and figure out which of our cast will read the names in a manner that has been suggested by the patrons themselves. In fact, this week, I forgot to note it down in my thing, so it's gonna take me a second to look it up. But maybe somebody else can roll the die and determine who's gonna roll while I do that.
Who's got it?
You can
I got
roll,
it.
Morgan.
I got
it.
4.
Lily can vamp.
So Ron?
For Ron.
That's perfect.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Do it in your best orc voice. Wait, hold on.
We got.
I don't
we
know
got,
how to do that.
We got really cool ones. We got cool ones.
We got cool ones.
Yeah, no,
Pass.
these came from the
Pass.
patrons, and I want to get them right. We've got. Okay, so actually, we need a second.
Okay.
A second character.
I rolled a 6, so I'll re-roll. 2, so Jessica and Ron.
Yeah.
Yay,
Perfect.
Jessica and Ron. All right, so this is. Let me just double check and make sure I got the right one, because I did. Total professional tonight.
There's a level 2 hype train going on
Nothing-
right now, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Hype, 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 hype,
Yay!
hype, 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 hype. That's what I think a hype train is.
Hypity,
People
hypity.
say hype, 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 hype,
High five, high five, high five, high five, high five,
I had it right.
high five, high five.
Okay,
We're
so
just
the-
vamping for Jeff.
The first one
Flawlessly.
comes from patron supporter Curtis Young, who suggested that the Team Force of Good should be read as a couple trying to decide which movie to watch together.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh.
This is Force of Good.
I think
This
you
is
guys
Force
did the
of Good.
last couple one, didn't you?
I think so.
Probably.
It was
It's
her,
a
and then I
natural
was
fit.
the.
Yeah.
What was the?
That was the
Right.
old couple trying to do the directions.
Yeah.
The new
It was
couple.
the old couple, but it's
I don't know, babe. I just.
Can you not do the thing? I just hate it with the thing.
Sorry, I'm. It's hard. There's so much on Netflix. I don't know what to watch anymore. It's literally locking me out of the choices. Armando 89. I mean, like.
I'm not really in the mood for sci-fi tonight. And you know what? I'm sorry. I'm in a bad mood, and I feel like just maybe like a little romance tonight. Like a little Hadrian X.
All right. Well, that definitely
Hadrian
takes
and
out.
the X.
Yeah, that definitely takes out Wilburo Jr.
Oh no! Yeah, that's a dude movie.
It's a bit, it's a bit broy.
How about Fendurl, the new kids animated movie?
I mean, I'm not
Ooh, can I
opposed.
watch?
I'm not
Can I watch?
opposed.
Mom, Dad, can I watch?
Honey,
Yeah?
didn't we put you to bed?
Yeah.
Mommy, daddy time.
Daddy, movie time, honey. Just because you
Okay.
said popcorn doesn't mean you can get out of bed.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid.
It's
He's
that easy?
definitely your kid.
You
If
know
you
it's a
watch-
fantasy show when the kid obeys what mom and dad ask.
Right away, no question.
Look, you know what? We can't. If we put on IR Moo Cow, you know he's gonna come back out. He's
I
gonna
know,
just
I
wanna
know.
watch it with
I mean,
us.
it's
Well,
funny, but
do it
no.
tomorrow
IR
morning.
Muko? IR Muko?
No, God.
Tomorrow morning, honey. Tomorrow morning. We'll do that.
Tomorrow?
Bedtime, bro,
Tomorrow?
buddy. Bedtime,
Okay.
buddy. Bedtime.
Okay.
Bedtime.
Oh, I heard the Gold Family was good.
You know, I heard that was a
70s.
pretty good. Yeah,
You
it's
like
definitely.
a period flick.
I love a period flick. You know, we could watch a heist. Just Jules.
Oh,
mean, it's,
I know, but
you know.
my anxiety is already peaking today. I don't know if I can do another anxiety
Yeah,
heist.
I get
on a
it.
movie.
Yeah.
about
Kitty Scritches. Yeah, but the kid's awake, so it's a little.
Kitty Squitches.
No,
Kitty
no.
Squitches.
Junior.
Not the kitty scritches for buddies. Not the kitty scritches for buddies.
Okay.
By the way, their son is 24 years old.
Hey, we can watch the dungeon run. Yay!
Okay, write that down. Write that down.
All right,
Go on
we'll
top
write
of the
that one
list,
down.
but I think we should just keep looking. Just keep looking, just in case. Get option two. Option two.
Okay.
Okay.
There's that new show, Braba.
Oh, is that with what's his face? That's from the One Thing, the comedy show.
Yeah, that one guy who makes people laugh.
Yes. But he's doing
Yes.
drama in this, like dark comedy.
Right.
Maybe that's a maybe from me.
Set in Russian.
Set in Russian.
Cold Candor. Is that like the next
don't know if I
Marvel
want some-
movie?
It feels like it's a truthful movie, you know, and I just need a little bit less of truth today.
Ooh, honey.
The news is hard.
Okay, all
You
right.
got a Bob Harris. I hear that's a great comedy.
Documentary though? Tonight?
I mean,
I guess I could
guess you're
do a documentary.
Documentary
comedy.
oh, Jito 17, and it's
What?
you know
I heard
it's
that
Japanese, but it's fun.
The first 16 Ojitos went to the
Show me the trailer. Show me the YouTube. Show me the YouTube.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
I
that's
just want to say,
beautiful.
I just
Yes.
want to say though, Michelle,
Michelle.
it's an award winner,
Oscar winner.
strong female lead.
Okay, it's all right. Between Michelle, oof. I mean, I love Catherine Zeta-Jones, or the Dungeon Run. Yay! Oh my God, I can't. Yeah,
We gotta do the dungeon run, yay! Let's just do the dungeon run. Yay! I love you
And their
too.
son stays up and watches the whole thing with them.
And their son's girlfriend.
And he's still
also there.
25. And he's still 25.
Extra points for turning it into a plug for the show, by the way. Well done.
All right, we can pick somebody else, or we can keep going. We got Force of Evil
I'm down.
Make him do
I'm
it.
down too.
was suggested
That was good.
by this one was suggested by Just Jules, who suggested Force of Evil should be read as a late night infomercial.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so that's like a one person.
After they've fallen asleep after the movie, they wake up and this is blaring.
Yeah,
on
no,
the
you can
TV.
have testimonials.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
testimonials all the time
Sure.
on infomercials.
Sure.
Do we want to do different person, or is it still me?
No, you guys got it. You guys got it.
Yeah, you
All
got it.
right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're so glad you joined us today. I'm Changebox, and this is Down to Cloud. Our first item up for vote today and for sale is J-Rock. Why don't you tell us all about J-Rock?
J-Rock, the last rock you'll ever need. That's all.
It's shaped like a J. Only $19.99. Call right now.
And we got the Gorbin Blade, your
Now
new
this
fast and
is-
sharp kitchen tool. Woo!
It's Gorbin, and it's made from 24-karat gold because it's a blade. It's a slate and a plate. It's a blade.
Oh, for your wife. All right. The Carson.
An infomercial, man.
Ooh.
I've seen weirder things sold on infomercials.
Very true.
The Carson Limited. This is a limited edition Carson. That's why it's got the in the front. The Carson. Only 5 in existence. Call right now.
Fernando the Jackal. This is a rare children's book. This is loved by all.
Friendly jackal.
It's Fernando the Jackal and his lovely friend Buddy the Water Bear.
What change box? What do we got next?
Well, next I've got up for you an authentic forest elf from '86. That's right, it's a real forest elf from the year 1986. There's only one of them, and you gotta buy it right now. Ignore the screams for help. It's just what they do.
Help me!
This elf is
that got dark.
rechargeable.
It's Force of Evil.
Right, good point.
Force of Evil.
Now, last thing for the night. It's our big bad. It's the Big Caboozle. It's a shiny 8-bit boo. It's real tiny. It's only 8 bits, and it's a ghost. but it's shiny.
So
I'll give you $109.99 for it.
Sold! I don't know how the caller got through, but we're in.
I picked it up. Whoopsie. You can too. Call 1-800-DOWN-TO-CLOWN for your
I'm
weird and
Changebox.
rare item.
Thanks for showing up tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Yay!
Well done, well done, and well done to our patrons. Thank you for
Wow.
supporting us at such a generous
you.
level. It is our great gratitude that we'd like to express in the form of goofballery. You know, that's what we're hoping for.
Official
If
term.
you'd like to become a patron and have your name added to the list, please check it out. Patreon.com/thedungeonrun. All right. That's going to do it for this episode. We'll be back next week,
Mwah.
6 p.m. Pacific time here at twitch.tv/thedungeonrun. We'll see you then. Until that time, humankind.
Bebo.
Oh.